Welcome to it's Market Movers time with Trader Prad and the beautiful Miss V.
Thank you, Prad, and hey guys, welcome back. I hope you started this trading day in a profitable territory. More opportunities are coming. Please be active on the chat, ask us anything, and please give us a like. So, Prad, how's your trading day going?
Pretty tame, not really doing anything at the moment, but I'm watching the markets move up. I have a tiny short in the market that I'm actually going to get out of. Markets are moving big time to the north side right now. And futures are moving north. So let me show you what futures are look like. NASDAQ futures almost going back to VWAP over here on the 5-minute charts. I was shorting MES over here so MES is basically the minis for S&P 500. My chart's messed up, so let me just quickly do this. Clear data. Okay, apply. Close this one, and then quickly we'll open up our chart. Right now we're at 4470 on the MES, which is basically pretty close to being flat on the day. We'll see what happens. Maybe I can build into another small short. Let's see if we can get another tiny pop over here. Let me refresh the chart so we're on the right stock. S&P 500 moving up, thankfully for obviously Microsoft, which is at 302 at the moment, trying to stay above 302, trying its best to stay above 302, that is. Let's see if we can get into this one real quick. So, but obviously with Microsoft being positive on the day, almost 1%. Apple's still negative, but pretty much flat on the day for Apple. We'll see how market eventually makes use of this move that we just got to the upside, or do we go back to the downside and this is just a tiny pop that we're looking at. If you guys have any stocks that you're looking at, please feel free to throw it in the chat. We'll gladly look at it, or any stocks that you guys want us to. And obviously we have the sports, the golf stream going on today, which is the PGA. So anyone watching that, also keep me up to date anytime something special happens. That'll be cool.
But as you said, to bring the names, here's the name you see on the chat, MNTS, the one that we have on our watch list.
Yeah, MNTS, what was the stock name? I believe it was Monument something. I have it up over here, MNTS. Let me just quickly throw out a stop, also for futures in case it rips against me. So let me just do this. Yeah. 4470 was my entry. 4472 will be my exit. We have a stop out now. We don't have to worry about it. Futures are working for us. Now we can come back to MNTS. MNTS is momentous Inc. today. I was watching it for a possible move, a break of, where is this high over here? 450 high or so, for a possible move up to 550 eventually. But right now, obviously, that move is not being presented to us. So just being patient for if that breakout even shows up. But today just feels like a little lackluster across the board in terms of volume and momentum across the board. Some of the stocks are just going up and down, back and forth, the same way the futures did earlier. And at the moment, MNTS is trying to move back up to the north side. We're maybe possibly getting that breakout that I was talking about. Let's see if we can actually have a breakout. Also, do I have any? I cannot short the stock without paying for fees, so we can't short it today. So that's just going to give us long trades opportunities. At the moment, I said I'm looking for that breakout. There's that breakout. Let's see if there's any follow through behind it. There's tons of volume being trading. It's a $4 stock, so let's filter it for at least 999 shares. So basically, anytime over 1,000 shares is all I want to focus on. And there's a ton of volume coming in, but I'm not really focusing on any. I'm not really seeing any green prints come in of big size. There we go. Some greens and some yellows. That's what we want to look for if we want to play a breakout. Looks like that was a weak breakout of the day's high, but there's still a lot of momentum, still a lot of eyes on the stock. I believe the relative volume was about 400 something on this MNTS. Yeah, 431 times relative volume, so that's a ton of eyes still watching the stock at the moment in relative scale, obviously, and anything is possible. We could keep on ripping to the north side or come back down and just shake people out. I've been in MNTS and HOWL, and I mentioned to Valeriia to look at both earlier to pick one. Awesome. So I can also look at HOWL. I think that's probably why Neil was howling over there, HOWL.
I believe, no, he was making wolf sound.
Yeah, howling.
Oh.
Yeah. What was it for that stock?
What's the name of the stock? What's the name of the full name?
Werewolf Therapeutics.
Yep.
So that's that
one.
Wow, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
I thought howling, sorry, English is my second language. I thought howling is like what owls do.
Oh, that's hooting.
I see.
Hooting is
Wow.
what owls do. Howling is what like huskies and
I
wolves
see.
and dogs basically.
Makes sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, hooting. Hoo, 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 hoo.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, there you go. Hoo, hoo. So howl, obviously 30% to that. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're returning into jungle noises over here at Trader TV Live. First
Meow.
howls. First, it started with cat noises. Obviously, it all started with cat noises. So howl today did go up almost 30%. We're trying to see if we can find some support around this previous consolidation's high near $6 or so. I'm expecting support will show up around $6, and we get a chance to continue going higher, or you know, test the highs again one more time later on in the day. If we do go to the dailies though on how there's some clear barriers showing up around $8 and $9 that we can look for, and also this consolidation period from $8 to 668 could be a barrier in itself. So look how the stock came up to 755, which is somewhat the high of this range over here, and then we immediately go back down below this area. You would have liked to see support around 662. We're not seeing it, so now I'm expecting support to come in or around here around 6. If that doesn't happen, then I think we're just going right back to the low of day or around 550s to find support, which would be not too far from here. You know, 5s right here, 550s are pretty close to where the stock is trading at the moment. But obviously for a stock that's $6, 30-40 cents is a big move for these stocks. The whole day is complete if Valeriia makes a howling sound, a wolf sound. That's on wolf. She goes wolf wolf.
This is Jumanji show, Team PJ says.
Yes, have you seen that movie? The original one?
Like old one?
Yeah, the original one with rest in peace to one of the greatest actors ever. I forget his name now, but one of the greatest comedians and actors ever. How can I forget his name? I'm a dummy. But yeah, the OG one, the first one ever, was a crazy good movie.
Yeah.
My future shorts are sorry. Jumanji. Who's the first actor, the first Jumanji comedian? Robin Williams was a legend in that movie. I actually watched it in India with my parents, and it was a great time. But here's my future short. So to start off the day, I got into a future short. We got into a win, and eventually we got stopped out in profit. I got into a tiny short over here that was a small loss, but I got into a short over here that ran all the way up to 44.70. So I lost a little bit on that short, but we got right back in near our resistance where we wanted to, and now we're about 5 points in the money on futures. So let's see how much more we can work on this for us. But at the same time that I have futures trades on, I have Apple and Microsoft on the same screen, because you can't be trading futures without watching Microsoft and Apple. Microsoft very strong on the day compared to Apple. Apple still by the low of the days, where Microsoft is at the high of the days and trying to battle this 302 area. So we'll see if Microsoft can manage to stay above 302. You know, we're still pretty close to 302. High of day 302.65. So if Microsoft can start going to the downside, I think futures can start pushing a little bit lower. But we're waiting to see what happens around yesterday's low, which is 444.4.5, if I remember correctly. And I do remember that correctly because I was talking to Arun about how I was looking at the futures levels, and I found this one level from the March 23rd. Where are my lines at? Hello? Is it loading up? There we go. So I found this high from March 23rd or 21st, sorry. No, the 23rd March low. There you go. 23rd March low was 4444 exactly. So I had that line mapped out. Unlucky me, I never took that long off that level yesterday into the FOMC minutes and everything. Because if you see it, it really goes to 444.5 and just turns around, giving you a crazy long all the way up to 4,500 and giving you a beautiful short opportunity again near 4,500, which actually I capitalized on. And like I mentioned, I'm trying to move away from equities a little bit. I wanna channel my inner Arun. I wanna start trading futures more. I'm also trying to build my transfer my skill set. At the same time, I'm trying to. Give me a second. Let me just take this short.
Meanwhile, we actually have members message from Dominic Famularo. Dominic, thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. We appreciate that. And Dominic says, hey everyone, TRVI, please. Also, we're getting another dog. I wrote you in the chat. I didn't find. Please write what breed of the dog. We're super excited and happy for you. Talking about that TRVI, it actually has news catalyst. Trevi Therapeutics announces $55 million private placement price at the market, and stock is up more than 40% on the day and trading on 5 million volume. Do you mind to take a look at TRVI, Prad?
Yeah, for sure. Not a problem at all. I'm just throwing out a stop over here for my orders. Let me just do this real quick and done. My stop is now sent out. I actually have 2 stops. So that's a little scary. We're going to cancel both of them and just make a new one just in case, because that's scary. We don't want to have too many stops out there. And the stock you sent out, Miss V, was
TRVI on Nasdaq.
TRVI on Nasdaq. Trivi, Nasdaq. I don't know how you want to say that, but TRVI obviously. Oh, why is my internet so slow today for some reason?
Yeah, I have some issues with internet
you have it too?
Yeah,
yeah. These are really slow for some reason. I can't really load up my things. Maybe someone's or people are watching the sports streams too much over here at work.
Yeah.
And they're taking up all our internet. No, we have a different internet line. It's all
what
good.
What sport is streaming now?
It's golf. We have the Masters tours coming in, and you know what's his name? The great legend coming back after so long, the Tiger Woods, the man, the myth, the legend himself. So a lot of crazy things happening over there. TRVI is what we wanted to talk about. I'm sorry I keep getting distracted on this, ladies and gentlemen. TRVI looks like a lot has happened on this stock to even cover the past, but if you're looking for resistances in the near future, you can look at this high on the 29th of March that we're kind of around and battling to see if we can get past it. Yeah, we got past it at one point today, but we're trying to see if we can get past it one more time at the moment. So obviously I would say there's still a lot of eyes on here. Let's quickly go check out what the TRVI. I think the rejection is coming on there, but there's still tons of relative volume going on. 6 million shares on the day today. Maybe a better level to look at would be around these $3 consolidation highs over here, and we're well above all of our EMAs, the 100, 200, and the 50 period EMA. So obviously the chart's indication is to the high side. Today 44% up. 666. There we go. 6.66 million shares traded today so far. Of course, we see that right off the rip to start watching this. Today, MLB game postponed. I don't know about MLB. I don't really watch baseball like that or NFL, to be honest. But Masters tours is what we were talking about earlier. It's not like I play golf and I'm amazing at golf or anything either. So I guess that doesn't matter. It's just I'm going to go play golf with Greg on, I believe, Monday. So that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of interested into what's going on that side.
That's
Maybe
fun.
we can learn. Yeah, exactly. Pulling out my crystal ball, I'm seeing -1%. Well, that would be good because I'm actually short on the futures right now, and that would be great. But unless obviously I have my stop set out for break even for my future short, just in case it comes back. That way I can get back in at a different price point. But so far we are in the money. We're now only 5 points in the money. We would have been more, but since we averaged into our short, our average now went from 44.70s to about 44.65s. So my stop is pretty much around there. Microsoft still around 301.50s or so, not really pushing down as I would like it to, because obviously that would be helping my shorts. But as people are predicting 1% down day today, that would be great because that would help me build my future short for a whole day position the way I want to, or the way I plan to. I would love for it to go test the 4444 level again from yesterday. Plug being called out. Yeah, Miss V, you have something? Sorry.
Dominic replied they're gonna get either Labradoodle puppy. Those are so cute and smart because Labrador and Poodle, it's like the best combination. Or a 2-year-old black lab, the mom, which is also good, cute dog, and also taking old dog is a very generous, kind move from your side. Let us know what you will finally choose.
Yeah, for sure. 100% let us know what you're thinking about on that side. We would love to see it. I'm sure you'd maybe slide in one of our DMs with the pictures. That'd be amazing. Or even on Discord. I'm not sure if you're on our Discord. Tons of people post their pet pictures on our Discord. Would love to see it on there too. Prad 911, Mint, what to do? 911. Oh, man. Usually when people put 911, MNMT on NASDAQ or New York, MNMT. I'm thinking you're talking about the mint stock, right? MNTS, MNTS, MNMT. I'm not sure. I can't find that stock right now. Let me see if I can look it up over here. MNMT. Oh, it's on OTC. That makes a lot more sense. So MNMT on pink sheets. MNMT.PK. I can't even pull it up at the moment, so I can't even help you on that one. I apologize. Love golf, handicap 5-3. Honestly, I wish I could tell you I could say I know golf, but I really don't. I've only played golf 3 times last season, and that's my only experience I've had, and I've been bad at horrible. I played par threes and I got like over 100. So no, momentous. Okay, so you are looking at momentous. So MNTS, there we go. MNTS, 105 million shares. Did try to take out the high day one more time at 474, but not really doing what we wanted to. Markets are pushing down now. Let's go, market. Can we take out the low a day, which is ES/M22CM? Can we take out the low a day, which is around 44.50s? If that goes, then we could push for that 44 level that I'm thinking about on the futures, or looking for on the futures. And right now, obviously, Apple taking out the low a day very soon. We're exactly at 171 on Apple. Let's see if Apple can push below 171, and if Microsoft can stop bouncing off of 301 and get below 301, at which point market could really push for that negative 1% or more. Already down 0.5% on S&P 500. Sorry, yeah, 0.5% on S&P 500 and 0.5% on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq seems to be bouncing off of yesterday's low, if I remember correctly. Let me just go confirm that real quick. Nasdaq seems to be bouncing off of yesterday's low, pretty close to it. We're not too far from there. Yesterday's low is exactly 14,394, and today's low is 14,425. So 420, hahaha. So we'll see if that actually ends up coming up to that way. PFV looks bullish. Pfizer apparently looks bullish, so let's go check out what the reasoning it is that you think or you feel it looks bullish. And if we do feel the same way, I would love to jump on the trade with you. At the moment, we're just waiting for a couple seconds here because the chart's trying to load up. So here we go. No, just a couple seconds more. But Pfizer, obviously a medication stock or a biotech stock overall. Let's go check out what the relative volume is for Pfizer while this chart loads up over here. So Pfizer relative volume 1.42, not bad at all. I would have expected Pfizer's relative volume to be a little bit lower because we have not seen the vaccine stocks have come into play for a while. So obviously Pfizer looking great with the 2.5% move all the way up to $54 and some. High day 54.51 looks like it's trying to consolidate over here and not really trying to go back to the downside. Even if it does go to the downside, I feel it will find buyers on VWAP the way it has traded so far. Just a straight arc for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 5-minute candles in a row. We're just green all the way to the north side. So a beautiful 2% move on Pfizer with 11 million shares traded and almost 2, I believe it was 1.4. Yeah, 1.4 relative volume on Pfizer, which is still pretty great. Better than 1 anytime we see that. Prad, can you see what happened to KHC? Oh, KHC is on NASDAQ, so let's go right back to NASDAQ, KHC. KHC currently not doing absolutely nothing. Looks like it's just flat on the day, trying to just trade sideways here, holding 40 really well. The range is pretty low also on the day if you look at it, right? For 50, we're trading about 50 cents on the day. Not really too exciting, and KHC is doing what on the relative volume end, but somehow it does have almost 2 relative volume, which blows my mind because the stock looks like it's doing absolutely nothing, but it has a ton of relative volume. Kraft Heinz. Where are we going to next? Thank you for your thoughts on PFE. No problem. Covering. See, I missed it.
I'm not sure if we were talking about that RAD yet, Rite Aide. There are news on that name from earlier that Deutsche Bank downgraded the stock to $1, I believe. And here we go. RAD is down more than 25%, 9 million volume, and we're now at $6. So anyone who shorted RAD from the open, congratulations. Wonderful short trade.
Yeah, Rite Aide, obviously a $1 downgrade coming in from a big catalyst over there. Anytime a stock is downgraded or upgraded, it kind of helps these stocks move in a direction. It's a pretty big catalyst in itself, right? And downgrading them from what, $20 to $1?
From 18, I believe. Oh no, sorry. From 16
From
to $1.
16 to $1.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you're
crazy.
basically telling us like you don't believe in this company, you think it sucks, and the stock needs to delist in a way. So if that's what you believe, then obviously that's what the market's going to believe too, and just follow suit with everybody else. So Rite Aide just getting dumped all the way down to $6 today, low at day 611. Obviously, if the target is $1, I expect more down moves coming on this stock for the near future here. Markets are trying to reverse because Apple making a nice bounce off of 171 and not really breaking 171 just yet. And I just got stopped out in profit for my futures. I don't know how I got stopped out in profit, but I got stopped out in profit for my futures short there. And maybe I should have not had my stop where I had, but either way, Apple made a nice little bounce and we're back below the same ranges. And yeah, I don't know what to do now. I don't know if I want to get back in below 44.60 and have a stop at the same time. That would have been a good trade if I had the right appropriate stop place for it, I guess. But obviously, I did not have the appropriate stop, and we got a nice little push up, and it took me out. Rite Aide, we'll see when Rite Aide trades like tomorrow. I guess obviously we'll have this on the watch list, especially after that big of a catalyst coming into play. We're in all-time lows territories, and I believe, like I mentioned, we could just keep on going lower for the next few weeks on this stock.
Prad, a few people talk about Twitter still. What a smooth slide to the downside. Down more than 6%, trades on 34 million volume. So yes, any thoughts on that move to the downside?
On Twitter,
Yeah.
Twitter was obviously a crazy moving stock not too long ago, thanks to Elon Musk buying up a bunch of shares for them and becoming the number one shareholder of the stock. Today, though, obviously just getting beat up on Twitter, just getting destroyed, 6% down. I did not see this one coming. I'll be honest, I thought Twitter would be just holding above $50 today. So Twitter going to the downside could give us an opportunity to look for some longs. The new low is exactly right here, which is $46.86. We're currently around $47.75. On our way down, I think I would rather have this move down on its own a little bit more before I think about building a position for the long side. Or short, maybe you can think about a short for on the breakdown of... we're pretty close to 47 actually, and 46.84 is the low of what day is this? On the 4th of April. So maybe even, yeah, I'll wait for a confirmation break of 47 if I do want to build a long, but right now I'll just wait for it. It looks like it does want to pop up because the market's trying to pop back up over here. S&P 500 is trying to pop up. Apple, like I mentioned earlier, did not break 170 to the downside. 171 to the downside. It did break earlier, but not this time. And bouncing off of that 171 area on Apple, helping the market stay in the flat territory still. You know, S&P 500 only down 0.3% right now, and markets are even Nasdaq only down 0.4% at the moment. So still hanging out, relaxing, just being cool on the overall broad spectrum for the market. Thank you to Apple and thank you to Microsoft, who looks very strong today. And maybe to Tesla. Let's see what Miss We did on Tesla today.
Oh, no. Trust me, Tesla is actually moving to the downside? But I was short. I will definitely review that trade. Was tense day, but not always like a straight move to the downside, to the upside. Sometimes you need to think and fight for your trades. And here we go. Also, I wanted to bring SOFI, as someone mentioned that SOFI coming to the all-time low. The lowest for SOFI is 7.77. SOFI is now at actually 7.76, which means we broke all-time low on SOFI, down more than 11%, 42 million shares trading, and the news are that it cut its guidance after the Biden administration extended the pause on student loan payments.
So they cut guidance, right?
Yes.
So yeah, obviously more negative catalysts coming in for my favorite SOFI over here. but thankfully, we have other stocks in our basket to save us from the destruction that SoFi has been going through for the past few days, or not even past few days, for the past few months at this point. A lot of negativeness coming in again for the stock and pushing it much lower, down 11%, as Miss V mentioned. Anytime a stock goes lower than 10% of the downside, it just goes to SSR mode. So SSR mode is basically you cannot short the stock, but by taking out the liquidity on the bids, you have to sit on the ask or offer for the stock to go up in order to get long. So today's lower day on SoFi is actually 776, and looks like we have some size over here on 775. The stock's already traded 53 million shares today. That's about 150,000 shares sitting on 75. It could easily break that level and run away from there. Let me quickly calculate the price times 7.75, about $1.2 million sitting there. Let's see if it's legitimate size. It is legitimate. There's actually a little bit more than just 15,000 shares. Looks like there's actually about 25,000 shares or more sitting on there. Let's see what the stock does at the moment. This could give us a good long to trade off of, and risk only the... Didn't give it to me. Okay. And if 775 breaks, then we just get out for a quick little loss. 7.74. How much size do I have? All right. We put out order that, but looks like it's actually trying to clean that level out. Market's trying to bump up at the moment. We have order out, and we might just get stopped out over here. Take a tiny little loss on the size that we took on a possible good risk reward trade, which is basically low a day, all-time low, long off of size. Multiple reasons for me to take that trade, and if that size gets taken out, I don't want to be in that trade anymore. So obviously we'll take that quick little loss on that and walk away. But right now, if it does pop off of here with the size that we have, we're running off with the big winner on the stock easily, without a doubt. So let me actually go to SoFi on this screen because I want to watch it while I trade other stocks for you guys. So we'll walk away from this one. Prad, you trading ES or NQM futures? I'm trading ES, S&P 500 futures. Right now, though, I'm not in a futures position at all. I'm not in a futures position at the moment. My only trade on the board right now is the SoFi position that you guys just saw me punch into, which does not look like it wants to pop up, sadly. So we could just lose on this one. But as I mentioned, very, very good risk reward trade for me. I'm okay with losing on this one. Twitter back to 48.5. Twitter looks like it popped up from the lows over there. Not really. It went back to the downside. So Twitter trying to find some more lows, as I thought it would be. Closer to 47 or a fail break of 47 would be a way better indication of what to do on SoFi overall, in my opinion. I think this, sorry, not SoFi, on Twitter. So on a fail break of 47 to the downside will be a way better entry for a long, in my opinion. But if you do want to go long here, make sure you're giving it that risk of all the way till low a day, or you're gonna most likely get burnt on that trade by not giving the appropriate risk, the way that I did on the futures over here, which are actually getting ready to go back to the downside. So let's see if market's pushing down, if Apple's pushing down along with it. Apple, what is Apple doing? Almost threw out order over there. Looks like SoFi indeed might just clean out the bids and push down, which is a little scary for me, without a doubt. So I might just take out myself out on the bids itself and just get out for a quick loss. But looks like, yeah, look at that. Market's pushing lower, and everything else is along with it. Miss V, can you take over for a second?
Yes, guys, so I can review my trade on Tesla today. I was short, and let's see at the levels. So my first short entrance was at 1060. I got out at 1055, so around $5 per share in the money. I still had some shares left. Tesla then went higher to 1075. On the move back, I averaged and reloaded at 1068, so my average became 1064, and then the fun has begun. 1064 was my last entrance into the short, and my last out was at 10:39, so around $25 per share in the money. That was tough at the beginning because I also saw that a lot of people are talking about long opportunities on Tesla today, the Tesla going to 1100. That pressure got on me. Also this move back to 1075, but I'm glad that I was passionate and patient. Whatever, you got this.
Patient
And passionate.
You're passionate too. That's cool.
It too, yeah. So worked out perfectly for me, but was a little bit stressful. And here we go lower. We're now 1037. For long opportunities, I would look all the way into 1030s level. But if we don't break the 1030, I think we can have some long opportunities for Tesla.
Long opportunities for Tesla indeed. I'm actually going to walk away from that trade over there. It looks like, oh, perfect time. But as soon as I punched out that order, we actually took out that level on 775. And looks like we want to go even lower on SOFI, obviously, because the market wants to go lower. I'm actually short on the futures here on the break of the lower day at 44.55. Let's see how much lower can we go. I might just try to add also if we take out the lower day again. So let me just throw out a stop over here for that entry. Let me just do this. Bang. 44.50. 44.49. And let's go 44.48. And then I got that much more if it does break that. So if it does break the lower day again over here on the market, obviously we're adding to our position to the downside. I want to build as much as I can while Apple is taking out even more to the downside. Apple now almost 1% on the downside today, and Microsoft is trying to go see what it can do around what's the price for Microsoft, $300. So if Microsoft can get below 300 the way Apple got below 171, more weakness for sure going to come into the market here. AMD apparently also pushing downside. Let's go check out what AMD is looking like right now. Ooh, yeah, not looking good. AMD obviously not looking good. We're about to test 102 on AMD. NVIDIA, I'm probably also looking a little bit like AMD over there. Let's go take a quick look at NVIDIA. Also about to test 250. Lower day 240.21. Why did I say 250? 240. Lower day 240.21, and we're pretty much next to it. So if 240 breaks on NVIDIA, more darkness coming into the market, more scare, more fear all across the board. So really only thing holding it up at the moment in my belief is Microsoft, because Microsoft is battling that 300 level so much and not trying to go push lower. And if Microsoft does decide to do that eventually, we're cracking to the downside. And now I have a extra contracts on the downside over here on the break of the lower day there on futures. So let's see if we can get a nice little push on this bad boy. Obviously my average would have been 44.63, the one that I got stopped out on over here, or 44.65 average. That we don't have that short anymore with us. And right now market's trying to pop back up because of Microsoft. Microsoft keeps on popping off that 300 level, but obviously I think Microsoft cannot keep on this battle for too long, and will eventually, there we go, we are now pushing to the downside, and it will eventually give because market weakness is still looming, especially after the Fed minutes that came out yesterday. It was pretty surprising to watch though how the market traded off the Fed minutes. We went up all the way, went back all the way to the downside, and ripped up all the way to the upside, and came back and just hung out sideways for the rest of the day, kind of. So those were some weird movements at the end, no matter what. Right here around 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock Chicago time, so 2 o'clock. And notice how we just pretty much closed around the same areas before the 2 o'clock trade started. But overall, that level is going to be important because the market cannot get above it. Still showing weakness, and everybody's scared about their positions in general for long-term accounts, and that is the exact idea that is being played out overall in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq and Dow Jones, probably too. DIA on Amex. Let's go check out what Dow Jones 30 is looking like today. Dow 30 currently down 0.66% on the day, and trying to see if we can take out this bottom, which we already did before, but we're trying to battle that bottom one more time. And IWM Russell 2000 trying to do something similar in my opinion. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Actually looking a lot worse than the overall market currently. Market actually trying to bounce off of a pretty significant, maybe not significant, but a nice flat number, 44.50. 44.50. But the IWM Russell 2000 ETF, which is your small cap ETF, absolutely getting destroyed at the moment. Looks like futures are trying to rip back up. Let's see if I get stopped out on the futures move over here above 44.55, or do I hold on to my short and make it work for me, unlike last time, which got stopped out. So we're waiting for 44.55 to probably get tested over here, and if that goes, we get out of this position and we come back to it at another time, which would be probably around back again at 44.60s, 44.70 areas, kind of the same areas that we were shorting yesterday around over here. We were shorting the crap out of 44.70s, 44.60s, and we built into a pretty good winning position throughout the day, and then we got some the big positions again into the close for the what's it called, the FOMC minutes trades. Twitter at 47. Thank you for the call out. Let's go check out what Twitter's looking like while I'm actually going to get stopped out on my futures over here. So futures are going to stop me out. There we go. Futures are going to stop me. I almost got scared that they aren't because the market looked like it wanted to go back up here a little bit. I mean, not really though, but Microsoft right back above 300. Apple still below 170. So futures could still be something over here to work with. But the nice little pop up over there from the lower day, which is 44.50. 44.50. Coming back to Twitter, though, Twitter did get to $47. 47.03 is the lower day, so it looks like we missed out on that opportunity. We're still pretty close to it. Market giving you a nice little bounce right now on Twitter, so maybe we can work with the position over here. Let's see if we can figure out how exactly to build a position. That way we can give it till the lower day if we needed to on this trade. So let me just quickly focus on where the stock is and what the market's doing. Microsoft still trying to get back below 300 over here, or stay around 300, and Twitter only 30 cents away or so. So we can take a decent trade here. Let's see if they want to fill us. I don't want to really be taking it, but I am in it right now already. Looks like my order does not want to show up because it partial fills. So if I do this and I go here and I go partial fills, you'll see that partially that I am long at the moment because I only got 50% of how much I wanted to go long. But here we go. Let's see if we can make it work for us.
Brad, I'm not sure if we talked about AMD yet today.
AMD, not really, but we just glanced it for a second. So let's.
Yeah, I wanted to bring it up as we're now at 102 and we have kind of some support level here at around 101.75. In your opinion, do you think it's a strong support level, or we could see AMD breaking 100 to the downside?
Yeah, I think AMD could easily break 100 to the downside without a doubt. So AMD, we've seen AMD get to 100 before and then bounce off of the 100 level, even get down to 99 before and bounce off of that. What the hell? Why can't I pull up AMD? Come on, dude. But yeah, we have seen those levels come into play before, so easily it could do that. Today, though, we're around 102, lower day 101.80, and if market does decide to go to the full 1% of the downside, there's still a long time left in the market today. Could easily crush to the downside and really, burn the longs and pay the shorts for the day. So I'd be careful on AMD longs for sure. I think AMD was a little bit stronger yesterday compared to other stocks such as Nvidia and Micron and so on. Today, though, let's go take a quick look at how it's comparing to its partners such as Nvidia, Micron, Intel. I think Intel will always be stronger than the rest of them. Nvidia, AMD looking very similar today. Where's Micron compared to them? And Micron also probably looking very similar to that without a doubt, or even weaker than them, to be honest, because Micron, even on the earnings day when the report came out, was looking so weak. And right now we're just waiting for this chart to push up on here. In the meantime, maybe I can pull it up over here. Micron. Come on, Micron. I don't know what to say. All right, here we go.
AMC possible reversal, people say also.
AMC possible reversal. Awesome. Let's go check out AMC. AMC at the moment is also, what is going on with these charts today?
Mine are slow too.
All right, I'm just trying to pull it up over here. Then in the meantime, hopefully this one doesn't lag. So fingers crossed. AMC, what is AMC doing at the moment? AMC is coming down quite a bit. We're under $20. AMC down 7% overall, and trying to see if we can bounce off of a support area around $19 or so. I don't know why the Fibonacci calls that a support around 19.1. But looks like it wants to use that as a support area right here. I guess, yeah, $19. I guess it makes sense. Let's see how it behaves around the current price we're on AMC. If it does bounce from here, that would be good. But it looks like the low of day is actually all the way at... Where's my chart? There we go. And the charts are also not loading up. Clear data. Okay, apply. Close this and pull up a new chart. So let's quickly take a look at what this one looks like. There we go. Is it loading up? Nope, that one's not loading up. Oh, this is so annoying. How am I supposed to do a show like this?
While you're trying to bring the charts up, right, here's the question from Alex. What software are you using for level 2? We have level 2 with our Prad platform. Here you can see this level 2, and I'm not sure if you can find it online, but if you guys have any advices where you check it online, let Alex know on the chat. But yes, we have level 2 built into our platform, and I also sent you the link for our prop firm we trade with and trading platform. So anyone who's interested, you're more than welcome to come and check it out.
Thank you, Miss V. Yeah, I'm back for now. Let's see how long. But yeah, AMC trying to pop off of this $19 level, but obviously low a day 1860s. It would be hard for you or me to go long over here and not give it all the way till the low a day, because if you're not doing that, you're probably doing that wrong. So because we're about 40 cents away from the my entry that I would like to have, I don't think I'm gonna be taking that long with you guys over there. And Twitter, I would love for it to go back to the downside. That way I could get the perfect entry the way I want it and work with it. But right now it looks like it doesn't want to give us to that. And market trying to go back to the downside, maybe because you know, Microsoft is well below 300, almost 30 cents below 300, so maybe not well, but it is under 300 and trying to battle. Well, now we're only 20 cents, trying to battle that area for quite a bit. So that makes me want to build back into my future short. So there we go. We're right back in, not risking too much over here on a possible flush back up. That way we can, you know, keep on working on how to get the perfect entry on futures so we can build it for the whole day. Microsoft right now trying to go down might just help my futures trade over there. Let's go take a look at what Apple's doing. Apple is currently did make a nice little bounce off the lows, but now it's trying to also go back to the low again. Let's see what Apple does at 170 today. I think Apple could go down to 170 to go test it. And AMD still around 102, not really at 100 yet, but looks like we're about to go test 102 lows, 101 ATs, which is a low a day, very soon on a possible flush down over here across the broad market. Nice day for NIO. Let's go check out what NIO is looking like then. NIO apparently having a great day. Wow. I guess in the opposite direction of green, though. Whoever is short is having a great day, and whoever is long, I guess, is not having a nice day. Overall, NIO currently taking out the $20 level, getting below almost 8% on the day with 38 million shares traded, taking out many significant levels on the way down here for NIO, which is crazy. So I would urge people to be obviously careful in the long direction. Maybe $19 is a better $19.31. So around $19 would be a way better idea for a long over here. At the moment, just let it fall down a little bit. And if you are thinking about short, you could easily just go short over here, risking only the break of you know, $20 back through $20. Maybe give it a little wiggle room on that for a couple pennies here or there. You know, maybe 10 pennies outside of 20 if you want to, and the risk reward would be great because you're expecting the stock to go down to $19, and for a possible reward of you know, 10 cents or more, and your risk is about, you know, sorry, your risk is 10 cents while your reward is 90 cents or more. US 30 is again stronger than Nasdaq. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. The Dow Jones 30 is indeed looking stronger once again than Nasdaq. Well, that's because they only hold 30 stocks in their basket, and those 30 stocks that are in there are probably a little healthier than the overall 100 stocks that are in the market for Nasdaq. And obviously, the biggest stocks of them are Apple and where am I typing that wrong box? The biggest stocks of them are Apple and Microsoft, which on the day to day Microsoft looks pretty strong, but actually is flat on the day now. Microsoft is flat on the day, where at one point we were up 1%, and Apple is almost down 1% on the day. We're trying to head lower all the way to 170 in my opinion. At which point we could look for a possible a bounce on Apple and a possible bounce in the overall market to the long side for anyone who wants to look for the long trades. Right now, though, just being pretty boring. Nothing's really happening that's too exciting in my opinion. Let's see.
Yeah, here was a question actually in terms of our payments for shorts. Padre is asking, once you buy locates and use your shorts and cover them, do you need to buy new locates if you want to continue shorting the stock, or are you able to recycle or use the shorts? So I asked Neil about this. Neil says, nope, once you have paid once, you can trade that amount as many times as you want. So hopefully it helped you with your question.
Yeah, that's exactly the answer right there. So paying for shorts is basically because your broker doesn't have any shares sitting on their.
That's great, actually. I never knew. I thought you have to pay every time, like you.
For shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them you don't have to pay. Obviously, like for example, if I'm shorting Microsoft or Apple or some of these big stocks that our broker obviously is holding stocks of, and other people are buying it using this company account or whatnot, right? But some of them stocks, such as especially these low caps that nobody's really trading, they're gonna be hard to. They're gonna be hard to what's it called to find shares to be able to borrow and short off those trades over there on, such as the low floats on MNTS and so on. So for those you need to borrow stocks and short them. So for borrowing you're basically locating. That's called locates. And once you obviously locate it, you have them for the whole day. You can just keep on recycling it. You pay for 100, you have 100 throughout the day, and it's not like once you use the 100, you can't reuse the 100. But that means you shorted 100 shares, and then you buy back those 100 shares later on in the day, and then you go for another 100 shares short.
That's cool.
So that's what it means at the for that side. This market is stupid, doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean, today is a very, very up and down kangaroo market without a doubt. So it looks like market does want to go back up now because Apple is moving crazy to the north side at the moment. Here's Apple pumping up above 171. Microsoft also above 300, almost 30 cents above 300 and about to test VWAP. And I'm guessing AMD got a nice little move off those lows there. Probably Twitter getting a nice little move off those lows too. Let's go check out what Twitter's looking like at the moment. Twitter looking beautiful, moving up at the moment. And for anyone who's in the long, congratulations. Everyone's smoking it and riding this rocket ship to the north side on TWTR.
Someone asked me earlier if 1030 is a good level for shorting Tesla. Again, might be for someone. Personally, I consider 1030, 1027 as a long opportunity for Tesla. And here we are trying kind of found that bottom at 1030.50, trying moving higher. QQQ is also trying. We're just 0.66% down on the day. We were negative for 2 days in a row, I believe. So maybe Thursday is a kind of gonna be pretty much flat day. For more positivity come on Friday. You never know, guys. But anyways, I hope you anyways in a profitable territory.
Yeah, profitable territory is the prayer that we offer to, or not prayer, but like it's the wish that we want all of you guys to be in that territory. Microsoft still around 300, but trying to go below 300 at the moment, and looks like Apple is getting rejected from 171, which is stopping the market from going higher at the moment. And Twitter, it did make a nice little pop up, but nowhere close to 48 or anywhere higher than 48. So we'll see where Twitter can go to off of this. BTC, Doge, Shiba, Twitter, who didn't learn their lesson? Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to talk about that right now, so I'll just move on from there. Profitable $100 day for me. Let's go. That's money is money. As long as you're making some of it, we're happy that you are. Market just made a nice little pump up and eventually went right back to the downside. So futures are now once again trying to go back to the lows and test the lows. I guess we'll see what happens if they break the lows, which is now 4449 on the S&P 500 futures over here. 44496 actually. I'm looking at the MES, so 44496, and for Nasdaq. And Nasdaq is around 14,380 for the lows, and trying to also maybe take out the lower day on Nasdaq, but that requires Microsoft to actually turn red on the day, in my opinion, which is very close. Microsoft only up 0.05% on the day at the moment. SST on New York. Let's see what SST looks like at the moment. SST trying to looks like it's barcoding a lot for did make a nice pop over here not too long ago, but a lot of barcoding action all the way in pre-market into open. What is the relative volume on this? SST relative volume 9 times, so doing a ton of relative volume, but looks like it's not really moving around by any means. So not sure what's going on right now in this SST. Why is there so much volatility? So I mean, there's a lot of fear in the market in terms of inflation. So when there is fear, obviously volatility is just extended to the point where now we're looking at the ranges that the stocks are presenting you with. So obviously with more volatility, something that you could think about doing is cutting your size down and letting your stocks move around a little bit more than you previously have given it, and also just waiting, being patient at the right moments for your entries. You don't have to chase your entries at any point. That is why I got out of my Twitter long. I did not like it. I got out of it profitable, but did not like it, got out of it. And this is why, because I didn't think we had the move in the market just yet to the north side. I think the market could go much lower before we actually get a bounce to the high side today. But that's just my opinion. For anyone who is bullish, I hope the market does not listen to what I'm saying and is to the north side. Market may be down because Russia is now voted out of the UN. That could be a reason behind there, but I think the most of it is the Fed inflation conversation that came out yesterday on the minutes. That more likely is moving the market a lot more than I believe the Russia being out of UN news is. I want to quickly go over to the S&P 500 over here. Look at what the market's looking like at the moment on the way down. Looks like market is at a support one according to Fibonacci sequences, which is around 4450, and the lower day is basically 4450 at the moment. So market's trying to go back down. Let's see if Apple can take out the lower day, at which point, I just closed my chart. Where's my chart back? Bring my chart back up. Awesome. So let's see if the market can take out the lower day here with the help of Microsoft and Apple going back to the downside, or is the market going to bounce? Let's go quickly over Apple. Apple's trying to go back to the downside. Microsoft taking out the 300 level one more time and getting ready to bring the whole market along with it. Nasdaq just took out the low there, so I think it's time to go down now on the S&P 500 also. Let's see if S&P 500s could go down here along with it, or are they going to start just bouncing off of these levels? Looks like S&P don't want to go too far to the downside, but Nasdaq obviously now down 0.89% on the day, and S&P only down 0.5 on the day. Not sure what Tesla is doing. Let's go check out what Tesla is doing. Tesla currently down 1.6% on the day. So obviously a lot of these stocks are coming down. We need this futures also to break lower with it. AMD, let's go quickly take a look at AMD too. AMD also going down there. So yeah, look at everything coming off. TWTR. Let's go check on Twitter today. What is Twitter looking like? Twitter is trying to come back to the 47 level. Looks like we might just see a possible break of 47, showing us a weak break of 47 maybe, and giving us a beautiful long opportunity on Twitter very soon if the market actually manages to push lower. About to get stopped on AMD. Looks like you are long on AMD. AMD took out the low there, so yeah, but I think a stop is not a bad idea at all. Honestly, market's going down over here. Like as I've been saying for the past 5 minutes, I feel like I'm on a broken record at the moment. Honestly, I'm a little upset that my future short that I had earlier, I got stopped out the way I did because I'd be smoking this trade at the moment. But it's fine. We got back into the future short, and now we want to see what happens with the 444 level that we were talking about from yesterday's low. Also happens to be the 23rd March low. Apple is now about to go see what it wants to do with the bottom, but Microsoft is more important because this stock has been really strong on the day, and is now going to dictate what maybe Microsoft is going, Apple is going to do. So Microsoft at the moment is obviously 298 breaking also, 299 breaking also, and look at that, we're pushing over here, we're pushing. And Apple is about to go test the low. I want to see what Apple does around 170, around 170 flat, because that's going to be a big indication as to what's going to happen for the rest of the day, most likely also.
Prad Tesla sitting right on its key level at around 10.27. So the only thing I'm looking to see here if we're gonna break that level or bounce back to the upside. But again, it will depends on how markets overall will also move. Even if markets will go lower, I wonder if Tesla will trying just to move sideways without breaking that level. And when positivity comes, it will jump back to the upside. While I was talking about that, Larry Summers sent us a members message. Thank you so much for being a member for 13 months, more than a year. Appreciate your support so much, and hopefully in this year you enjoyed and your trading improved. With the Elon speech tonight at Cyber Rodeo and showing off of new products, what are your thoughts on a jump tomorrow? Well, I actually haven't seen those news. Have you been aware that Elon is talking? I haven't been too, but if it's true, it definitely can bring some jump for Tesla. Tesla reacts good on good news, but first let me confirm if this really happening.
Yeah, I don't know about any talk or anything that Elon's doing, so obviously we'll have to do my own research on that. We'll find out what's going to go on that side, and trade it when that day happens or on that moment happens. Obviously, I can't predict the future about what he's going to talk about or what he's going to say, or if he's going to dance in it, or if he's going to smash another window with the ball or something, right? So when that actually happens, I think we will for sure have it on cover for you guys, and we'll talk about what's going on. It's tonight, so obviously in that case we'll have to watch it tonight and figure out how it's going to probably move the market in the open hours from on the last day of the week, obviously today being Thursday, tomorrow being Friday. So we'll have to be patient on that one. Oil is crashing down apparently, so let's go check out CL futures, CL slash K22NM. NM, there we go. CLK22 NM at the moment also going to the downside, and down 1.6%, a whole 1.6% today. Well under $100 per barrel now, and still going to the downside. Looks like we are trying to make a little pop right now on the oil, but overall though the negativity is without a doubt just in our faces, and so obvious for crude. I mean, it deserves to go down, right? There's no need for oils to be so expensive. A lot of things depend on it at the end of the day, not just cars and airplanes. A lot of other things also depend on oil. So we would like for these things to come down, and inflation is not going to help that basket also. So oil down almost 2% on the day. Let's see where oil ends up going to, as market is trying to support itself around these lows still. 4450, not really taken out as I thought it would. Still holding up. I guess these lows will just come into the market. We're not that far from yesterday's low, 4444. I'm under the idea that we break 4444 and go much lower on the market and turn red. I mean, we are already red on the market. S&P 500 down full 0.5% over there, where Nasdaq is down 1 full percent. So I'm under the idea that we take out the yesterday's low and go even more to the red side today. But right now, the way the market's trading looks like it does not want to go any lower, and if any longs do show up, it could very easily come out from here itself. So that's a little worrisome for my shorts overall. It is lunchtime now. on Eastern Standard Front. It is lunchtime over here in Toronto and New York. A lot of these people who have already made their money for the day, looking to get out of their seats and go get some grub, some food, something to eat, and that's going to take out liquidity, some volume out of the market. So obviously you're going to be wanting to be patient on what you want to do now. Looks like what's his face? Twitter did come all the way back to 47.15. I would have liked that entry much more than my previous entry on Twitter. Now Twitter at 50 cents again, popping off that 47 low, 47 bottoms coming in for Twitter every single time now to show you that there is support there. So one more time we do go there, I would love to build into a position, a pretty decent sized position that I could work with for the rest of the day, maybe for a nice bounce up, or not rest of the day, for a nice scalp at least, for a nice bounce trade on Twitter off the new slow day, which was on April 4th. Miss V?
Prad Cat on the chat said, click join button to become a member. Thank you so much, Cat, for bringing it up. Maybe you will also use that advice and become a member. No pressure, but anyways, I will show you guys how you can become a member. Just $5 per month, and your name will be green on the chat. You will have custom Trader TV Live badges and emojis, and hopefully soon we will be able to create something unique only for members. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for your support. And here we go. You would simply go to our homepage, and that's the join button to become a member. But also what's very important and absolutely free is subscribe button. Guys, if you're watching us without logging into YouTube, or maybe you forgot to subscribe, do so, because we're literally 10,000 subscribers away from becoming 300,000 subscribers community. Hopefully we will celebrate all together with champagne as we usually do, and we would really appreciate it. That's our main goal, to make our community bigger, to have more traders in here. And more than that, when you have free time, make sure you explore our YouTube channel, because every weekend we post educational videos, and they definitely worth watching, guys. So here are the last 1, 2, 3, 5 videos we posted over the last weekend, so make sure you check them out.
Yeah, check it out. I'm actually checking out Palantir over here to see if Palantir would be a good bounce long, maybe at 1250 areas, 1260 areas. We've seen these levels come into play before, so I don't want to give it too much risk over here. You know, low a day, maybe even a couple pennies, so that way we can get back in at the low a day. Yeah, this is good enough. You know, 5 cents from the low a day. Let's see if they actually fill me over here on the 65s. Market's trying to move back up north here. Microsoft making a beautiful bounce off of 299 back above to 299.50. Apple also moving off of 170, the bottom of the day, basically back to 171 almost over here. Let's see how the market behaves off of this, but obviously I know the answer. Market's indeed going back a little bit off the lower days also, along with Microsoft and Apple. So looking to see if I can get my fill. If I can't get my fill, maybe I just go up to mid prints over here and see if they can give me mid print. They did indeed, and let's see if I can give another mid print. They did not, so now we'll try to just sit on the bid. Oh, they just give me everything I needed. So okay, we have size now. We're long 12.655, and we're trying to see how high can Palantir bounce off of these 1250 lows that we have seen come into play before. So let's quickly go here, Palantir PLTR. And this is the level that I have mapped out. That's actually an alert that I have set up, because every time Palantir goes to 1255, it alerts me on that platform to make a trade out of there, or possible execution opportunity. Another possible opportunity over here is Apple at the moment, which is at 171. Maybe a short opportunity at Apple, take it back to the low a day, and ride the market short along with it, is an opportunity that I believe that we could capitalize on. Already a couple points to the downside it flushed before on that short. So look at this pre-market, off the open low. Yeah, that is pre-market low, and also we had one low coming in off the open itself. So let's just take some shares over here on Apple. Sure, we're not giving it too much of a risk to the upside. We're giving it about a couple pennies here or there off the 171 break. So we'll see if 171 does break on Apple. We don't want to be part of this trade anymore. Take a tiny loss for a possible big gain, and that's all we're looking to do. We're trying to hunt for those perfect risk to reward setups that could end up paying us, maybe risking 10 cents to make 50 cents, a good 5:1 risk to reward setup, and other stuff like that. Looks like Palantir did go down back a little bit. We're out of the money by 3 pennies on Palantir, but we're not worried about it because, as I said, we're risking about 5 pennies to make more than 5 pennies, about 10, 15, 20 pennies to the upside if Palantir does manage to find a bounce coming off of these levels. So let me just throw a stop out for in case Palantir does take out the low a day. We don't want to be involved in this anymore, and we're done with that one.
Prad, Alex joined our membership. Thank you so much, Alex. You were so generous with your super chats yesterday. Today you joined our membership. We appreciate your support so much. Welcome to the green side, to the family, and I wish you a fantastic day, rest of the week, and more profitable trades.
Yeah, more profitable trades all the time is the only praise and wishes we give to our beautiful viewers. But the only thing we ask in return, obviously, is smash that like button.
Like, subscribe, share.
That's right.
And
that's
repeat.
Right. That's right. I guess not the only thing, but yeah, we would love for you guys to do any of those things. Apple managed to getting back above 171 over here. Looks like we might just get stopped over here for a tiny little 10-cent loss on this trade. Like I said, we're okay with that. We're not too worried about that happening. Market's trying to go back up there. There we go. Market's trying to go back up there along with it, but still finding some rejection around the 44.55 areas on the futures over here. S&P 500 futures still trying some battles, fighting some battles still around these levels, and Microsoft's also fighting some battles around 299.50. Previously, the battle was on the way to the downside around 300 on Microsoft, so now the battle has changed to 299.50. Looks like, which is weird. If Microsoft can fail this battle over here, and if Apple can get back below 171, we'll see if the market can find a way to really go push those lows that I'm talking about. But looks like the longs are in play at the moment. Obviously, Apple now 20 cents in the money on the long side. Microsoft also trying to go north. I'm guessing Twitter moving beautifully above 47. No, Twitter's still hanging out by 47. That's pretty strange. While the market's moving, Twitter's just hanging out over here. AMD probably around 101. Yeah, it did go to 101.55, so not too far to 101 yet. And I'm pretty surprised with what's going on Twitter over here. Looks like we're forming a wedge pattern almost, giving you higher lows, but also giving you lower highs at the same time, and not sure what it really wants to do just yet. I don't have an indication on it yet because I'm not able to read the tape because of obviously switching stocks from every couple seconds. But if I was able to get a read on it, I would let you guys know. At the moment, looks like the only trade opportunity there for me on Twitter is just a long opportunity off the 47 lows, and looks like we might just build into this one right here on Twitter. Yeah, low day is 47.03. We'll risk 47.03. We're about 20 cent risk on Twitter over here, so let me just throw out my stop also on there real quick. Looks like Twitter wants to go a little bit lower over here, so maybe we can see what it wants to do live. There we go. A little bit more selling coming in. We're about to go test a lower day. 47.03 test incoming. Looks like some volumes being pushed around. Let's filter the tape over here for let's do 499. 499 filter. And I also want to go check on what the relative volume is for Twitter today. TWTR. Relative volume for Twitter at the moment is 3.4. So tons of relative volume coming in for this bad boy. And looks like people still want to be trading it. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying people are still wanting to trade it. In my opinion, I think Twitter is going to go to 100 the same way DWAC did because Elon is going to pump it that way. But who knows, right? A lot of buying needs to come in for that to happen too. So these are all just guesses at the end of the day, just speculation, just the absolute, hope that Papa Elon will pump it up one more time.
Brad, someone on the chat. Sorry, I lost it. Oh, Ashir, hi Miss V, can you check SOPA? Well, Ashir, it's just 300,000 volume. It's like too low. We look at least starting from 1 million volume on the name before we might get into the trade. But anyway, I can take a look at for you down more than 6% on SOPA, and even though we're moving sideways in here in this 2.85 area, if we take a look at the higher time frame, I can see that SOPA can still have room to go lower on the day. Another name brought by Evil E is BDTX on Nasdaq. BDTX on Nasdaq. It's Black Diamond Therapeutics.
Black
Diamond.
B.
BDTX. Here we also have just 400,000 volume, up 18% on the day, but there is actually some news on the name that appoints Wendy Lee Dixon to its board of directors. I'm not sure who Wendy Lee Dixon is, but they have a new person at their board.
Nice. So board change over there coming in. Looks like they're thinking about. Obviously, that looks like that they're using that as a good catalyst, a positive catalyst. Market trying to bump up over here right now, but not really in a way that I think it matters at the moment, obviously. But it is trying its best. So Palantir back to being flat on the position for me right now. Let's see if Palantir pumps up, and Twitter up by 8 pennies. Not too much going on Twitter yet, but Microsoft with a beautiful recovery off that 299 lows all the way back to 300 almost, and Apple ripping also above 171 and going all the way to 171.25 at the moment. Let's see if Apple can keep on going north, taking the market north with it. Looks like more green moves coming in right now a little bit. Market does not really want to show us that destruction candles that everyone was praying for. At least I was praying for, not everyone. All the way back to the downside and the down 1% move on the market. So far right now, a lot of up and down and a kangaroo movement coming into the market. Just side, a lot of up and down action. No real one direction moves. But one stock that did have a sort of a directional move is HPQ today, which was a beautiful 16% move when I came into the show, and still 16% move, almost 17% now, looking good. Obviously, the catalyst for HPQ was that Berkshire Hathaway was now invested in them. Microsoft taking above 300, and the futures just ripped another clean 5 points to the north side. So S&P 500 actually moving north, and that's taking my Twitter and my Palantir north a little bit. Twitter now only up 15 cents in the money. Not anything big to talk about it just yet, but it is at least moving in the direction that we needed to. ES also moving up north now around 44.60 areas. Let's see how S&P 500 deals with these areas, while Microsoft deals with the VWAP, and Apple deals with 171 rejection areas, which is 171.50 EMA / VWAP also.
Isa Mohammed, my dear, entered the chat with his super chat for Miss V. Thank you, Isa. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Glad to see you in here. For Miss V, what kind of music do you listen to? Thank you for asking, Isa. Actually, I love music. Mostly I listen to like R&B, hip hop, something like this. Maybe some rap, not heavy one. I like the melodies, but I'm like meloman. Do you have this word in English?
What is it?
Meloman?
Mailman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mailman? Like
Not a mailman. It's like, okay, I'll translate it later, but the person who listens basically every genre, if they have something nice. So
Okay.
that's basically who I am. I can listen classic music, I can listen deep house, anything. So basically, yes. But the name of the Russian song you sent me the last time, I also like that type of music. Write in the comment what music you, Isa, listens to.
Yeah, 100%. I would love to find out what genres Isa listens to over there. Microsoft did get above 300, but looks like we're seeing some rejection again on around 300 area. Microsoft and Apple both pushed back to the downside, and that took the futures right back to 44.55 areas from 44.60. I was actually debating to get some shorts at 44.60, so that really sucks. Maybe if we get another pump up there, I'll think about it, or even a nice pump up to VWAP on the futures. That'd be great because I can load up on the shorts. Right now, though, Microsoft very close to 300 and tempting me to get into a short trade, while I'm on my board I'm only long at the moment. So I'm gonna get into this. Do I really want to do it at the moment? I think the market is pretty close to VWAP for 300 VWAP. Lot of confluences over here on Microsoft, so we'll take a tiny short and see if we can work with it over here on Microsoft and bring it back to the downside, and also if if it does rip against us, we're not holding it too far against us. Maybe give it a good 30-cent risk on Microsoft, obviously, because it whips around that much in a second. So right now we're above 300 by 4 pennies. Let's see if Microsoft manages to hold 300 on the bids and get back north, while Apple is trying to do what? Apple currently trying to trade above 171 still, not really pushing to the downside. Twitter's trying to do something for us, I guess. Twitter is now going up a little bit. Let's see where Twitter can manage to end up at eventually.
Isa Mohammed replied in another super chat that Isa listens to Deep House in techno. That's really cool. I also like these types of the music. Hopefully we could, guys, share music we listen to maybe on our Discord chat. And another super chat from Isa for Valeriia. Thank you, Isa. You're making me melting. I'm not sure if it's a combination of a heater behind and your kindness and positive energy, but anyways, thank you for making my day every day.
Thank you. Looks like we are indeed getting a nice little bump up in Microsoft over here. So instead of giving it that 30-cent risk as I thought, maybe I'll just give it that 15-cent risk instead, which is yeah, there we go. Microsoft's actually moving up, so I don't even have to worry too much about what I'm doing over here on this one. Just gonna quickly I'm just debating it too much at the moment. So Twitter, what is Twitter doing? Twitter's still hanging out around 47, not doing anything too much exciting for me, which upsets me obviously because we want these stocks to move around all day. They've just been boring me. And AMD once again above 102, which is good for AMD. Let's go AMD, get back up there, baby. Apple currently under VWAP still and still down on the day, but it looks like there is some strength across the board over here because Microsoft is trying to hold 300 on the bids and Apple has successfully held 171 on the bid for quite a bit now. Do you guys get super chats money or does it go to the company? I don't worry about that, my friend. You don't have to worry about that. Victor T. Soy is the best. Valeriia knows the guy. Okay, sure. Christian rock is the best type of music. Awesome. I appreciate all types of music. Everyone's entitled to their own genres. Whatever wakes you up in the morning and gets you going. You know, more of that for you. Nothing else but that for you.
Oh, Victor Tsoi. Michael C said Victor Tsoi is the best. Valerie knows the guy. Yeah, Victor Tsoi is like, wow, in Russia.
Okay.
So big. I mean, rip to him. He was like not long time ago,
right.
But yeah, he's a legend.
Okay, cool. Victor Toy. Awesome. Toy. Valeriia meant okay, anyways, coming back to the stock market over here a little bit. Looks like market I'm not sure even what the market wants to do anymore because it's just up and down move all day. It's a pretty wild crazy stuff happening. The volatility index, which is up 2.4 at the moment, still showing us some crazy moves. Looks like Palantir did not really take out the lower day, but we went to the lower day, almost got stopped out, did popped up over here, but now we're out of the money by a couple pennies on Palantir. Twitter now out of the money one more time for me. And trying to go test the lower day, which is around 47, because Microsoft is failing to hold 300 on the bids, which means Microsoft's actually in the money for us by a couple pennies. Let's see if Microsoft is going to push lower or if Twitter is going to push higher, and which way does the market eventually go to. A lot of confusion happening in the market, and it's confusing the heck out of my mind at the moment. It looks like it's actually dried up. You know, the market's drying up and getting almost to the point where actually showing to you what the meaning of not having volume in the market means. Like we're just making tiny little pops and making tiny little corrections and just being very boring across the board. Does MDVL even have a catalyst? MDVL. Not sure if it does because I've not heard about it having a catalyst today, but obviously MDVL moving like it does have a catalyst overall, 65% up today, popping up from $1.05. Looks like $1.14 is where it opened at, popping up from there all the way up to $1.50s. So MDVL just moving in a crazy way today. Look, I'm not sure if there is any catalyst that Miss V can find for us.
I don't really see anything really big, but there are some news that major shareholder acquires 14 million in stock.
So it looks like there is a catalyst going on over
So
there
you
for
can
'em.
see here acquires 14 million 900. How you read this number?
14,009,604,704 dollars.
Wow, thank you.
No problem. Am I still in SoFi? No, I told you I got out of SoFi at the same price that I entered. I was long 775. Basically long on mid prints at 775, 776. And as soon as I saw the selling coming in and the amount of the selling was on 775 itself, I just took out the size of 775 and I ate like a half a penny loss on that trade. So no, I took that loss right there in front of you. I saw it coming down. I was like, no, I don't want to be part of it. I did. The idea was sound and logical. You know, we were at all-time lows. There was about 200,000 shares sitting on the there were about 200,000 shares sitting on the what's it called on $7.75. But obviously, when that was getting hammered into, I just did not want to be a part of that at all.
Tesla actually bounced back to the upside a little bit out of that 1027 level, guys. I was kind of calling that out, but let's see if it's going to be a strong move. Anyways, if anyone caught it there, could be a sweet around what, like $10 per share trade. It looks like move looks so small because like I'm zoomed out, but anyways, could be a good move. But again, we're down 0.80% on QQQ, so maybe that's why I'm not into that long trade.
Not into the long trade, no problem. It's obviously not being a trade is a trade itself. AMD, quickly taking a look at AMD, looks like it's also just hanging out by the 102 areas right now, and the market is pretty much boring me to death at the point. Not sure if I even want to do anything right now. It's just absolutely boring. Palantir not doing anything, Twitter not doing anything, Microsoft not doing anything for me, and these are the only three trades I'm in at the moment. Eventually, hopefully, they will do something and either burn me or make me money. So we're just waiting to see what happens on that side for these trades. Where we're going to next. Looks like SoFi is a shorter's paradise right now, but a long-term holder's dream come true. Getting shares so low on a guarantee. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed in life but death, right? So I would like for it to go up. We don't know if it's gonna go up. It would be amazing for it to eventually, but SoFi right now, as you guys already saw, getting smacked to the downside, down at 760, 770s or so, 764 the low a day, trying to form some consolidation around those bottoms. Let's see if SoFi can actually manage to do so and pop from here. So already though, down 12% on the day and a new all-time low around 764 for SoFi coming in. Right now, Microsoft is also once again trying to get back above 300, and that doesn't look good. Oh, looks like it's actually going to stop us out this time on the break of 30 cents that we were talking about. Let's see if that actually manages to do so. Nope, still no stop out on that. So let me just quickly throw this out though for myself. 300.5, 300 point.
While you do this, just real quick, if you don't mind, Dominic Famularo sent us pictures of 3 dogs he's choosing in between. I made a little collage for you, Dominic, if you don't mind. So, oh my god, this one is so cute. This one also, I believe it's like the same breed. You're just choosing in between of these two or this mama dog. Cute. I mean, it's absolutely up to you, but I find all 3 dogs super adorable. Hard choice.
Yeah, cute selections over there. Can't wait to see what you actually end up picking eventually. Cute all 3 choices in general. SoFi is underwater and now it's a meme stock. Sure, we can call it a meme stock, I guess. I'm not gonna argue with that one. I'm confused in the Twitter trade. Just be patient. I'm confident in the Twitter trade. Just got to be patient. Yeah, I guess that's the idea overall, right? This just let the stocks move around a little bit. Be patient. Wow, Twitter's actually moving around. And Twitter broke down the bottom over there. So let me focus on Twitter real quick. The low a day has come in for Twitter, 46.86, and this is what I was talking about earlier. We want to see the confirmation of 47 breaking and showing us the bottom, and then some follow through probably if there is one. I might just add over here and then give it the risk of the low a day for Twitter. Let's see if they fill me. If they don't, I'm just gonna cross out and take the liquidity. So we're gonna cross out, take the liquidity, and now my average is 47.12, and we're basically giving the risk of low a day for Twitter, and we don't want to hold it past that. So let's do that. And now Twitter, let's see what ends up happening. If Twitter can make us some money, or is it gonna take some money away from us and push even more lower on TWTR? At the moment, Microsoft is once again under 300, but not really doing anything for us. Apple is trying to test 171 for how much time in the world now? For the 50th time in the world, and we'll see if it actually manages to do anything with it. And Palantir just hanging out and not really doing anything. It looks like we might just get stopped out on Palantir though for a quick little tiny loss, at which point not too much of a issue for me, because we do have other trades on the board which could work out, such as a Microsoft short or a Twitter long, and it all depends on which direction the market goes into. So one of them is going to get stopped out, one of them is going to get popped up, and whichever one that is going to be the one that we look for the opportunity in.
Wow, guys, it's almost 12:30, and I don't remember we really asked for likes. So if you also forgot, we remind you, please smash the like button. We are now at 465 likes. Our daily goal is 1,000. Would be super cool if today we get it earlier, not like last minute, but even if last minute, I mean 1K likes is 1K likes. But please, team, again, absolutely free. Just positive energy, +1 to your karma, and you're helping your show because it improves YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, so always make sure to help us out on that side of the board. We appreciate everyone who already does so on a daily basis. Thank you for showing us the support. Whenever you're ready, boss. So coming back to you guys real quick. My positions aren't really doing anything. The wiggle room has been set up. The stops are set up, and the stocks know what to do at this point. Either they move for us and pay us, or they don't move for us and do nothing that they've already been doing, or they move for us and they stop us out. So we'll see what happens. Just got to let them do it at the end of the day. But it looks like right now, though, the longs are trying to work for us. Twitter now basically flat on the day for me in terms of the PNL, because it's trying to move up basically. So Twitter, where our average price is 47.12, and we're basically at 47.12. Let's see if that dip buy opportunity under 47, which we're risking the low a day trade for, might just end up giving us our best trade of the day, which was Twitter long off of the low from April 4th low around 46.86, I believe, is the low on that day too. So if we were to zoom out back to Twitter over here, what is Twitter low on that day is actually 46.86 to the dot. So we touched that exact same number on this very same day, and now we're trying to see if we can bounce from there and make a trade possible for a long side, while the market is basically putting itself to sleep around 44.55 and not doing a whole lot for the S&P 500 futures. And Nasdaq at the moment is also hanging out by 14,380. Let's see if Nasdaq can also make a bounce off those levels and go north or go south. Where are we going to next? AMC making a comeback. AMC probably making a comeback off those 19 levels. Yeah, beautiful comeback on AMC, obviously from the lower day 1862s all the way up to VWAP right now 1950. I think if we do get to $20 on AMC today, there's an opportunity to go for a short opportunity on AMC. Let's see what happens though. Maybe 21 instead, because 21 seems to be the pre-market low. While I manage some positions, I'm going to throw it over to our guest trader of the guest trader of the day. Sorry, I can't think straight right now. Guest trader of the day, Ian. What's up, Ian?
Hey guys, how's it going? What's up, Prad?
Always good, man. Always good seeing you. Let's see this trade.
For sure. So today I'm going to talk about AMD. AMD was kind of on my watch today, just because it's been overall like pretty weak. the past couple days, and then I was gauging some weakness in the market today. So AMD tends to move along with the market, so I thought it was going to be a good play. I didn't end up trading it until probably maybe 10:15. Just kind of watching it play out. It was kind of choppy going up and down in the morning. I really like this 105 level though. So it kind of formed like a triple top at 105 here, rejecting, breaking out, but then rejecting again. And then the third time is when I got involved and shorted it. So let it break, and then I caught it back on the way down. Again, kind of taking that even dollar breakdown in this case. Now today was a little bit different with AMD. It was showing a lot of strength, and I'm sure you saw on the show as well in the morning show that Sean was actually going long, and it was a little bit scary position for me because I don't want to be going against a super experienced trader like Sean, but I was going short at the time he was going long, so that's why I was quick to take profits. When I saw that there was still a lot of strength, especially above VWAP. On AMD. So that's what I did here. Eventually, when it broke down below VWAP, I started another short position. I added to it. Just small size, again. So I was just kind of being patient with it. I kind of knew that the sellers were going to come and step in at some point. So when they did, I added in more size here. Again, taking out just above VWAP. And it rejected VWAP. It bounced off. So that's why I covered the full position there. Eventually, it actually broke down more. So just kind of staying disciplined, not trying to get chopped up in here. So I knew I kind of wanted this 104 breakdown. You could see it was kind of the structure or the support level of all this up and down here. So I took that break there. You'll see my covers are not that great here. It's because once it broke down, it kind of gave a move, but then there was that hesitation there. And like I said, AMD was a little bit stronger today than it was the past couple days, so I wasn't too confident in it, so I just covered, but that's okay. I got back of a lot of my profits today off AMD here. It was a struggle this morning. I struggled with HPQ and Twitter a little bit, but it's all about just kind of following your plan and staying disciplined and taking the trades that keep working for you.
Yeah, beautiful executions over there. Obviously, what you said there is something that everyone on the floor is probably thinking, which is I don't want to be the opposite of Neil and Sean most part. Yeah, those are obviously sometimes burn you because you're on the opposite read, but sometimes you might have the good read. So that's why we always say you trade your own book. Don't trade other people's book. There's nothing wrong with being on the opposite side, but obviously it's a learning lesson in its own in case you lose, and if you win, it's also a learning lesson. So good job on that trade, my friend. As always, you're killing it, and
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank
Congratulations. Coming back to my trades over here, they're doing nothing once again. Futures actually fell down to the low of the day, almost 44.50s. Microsoft still around 300, not really doing anything, and Twitter still around my entry, not doing anything. Palantir also around my entry, not doing anything. So we just wait. We just wait to see what happens at the end of the day to see if any of these actually start moving for us. All of them very flat, and in the very moment, not. 1 penny or 2 pennies up on both of them or down on both of them. It's like that. Peloton with news. PTON. City buy Roblox now. So CNBC is apparently talking about Roblox. So let's quickly go to Roblox over there, see if Roblox has a pump up on the candles by any chance. Roblox at the moment looks like. What does Roblox wants to do? Not really having a pump on it. Looks like the CNBC pump is not showing up, but they are indeed initiating a buy target of $59 on Roblox. Currently $43 to the downside, and also down 6 full %. So let's see where Roblox can manage to go to eventually. Obviously, couple people on the floor already are long on this. I think Sean's kid was long on this from the get-go. So Roblox would be amazing if it can manage to get back to the north side. Not sure when the earnings report is. Probably the next quarterly, whenever the next batch of earnings report come out. So we'll be seeing if Roblox can come out with a bump up in what's that thing called, in the active user base. If the active user base can go up or go back to the same state that it was before. Roblox, and then PTON apparently had some news or something that you guys were talking about, or I'm not sure. You said PTON and news, and I didn't see anything regarding it, so I'm not sure what exactly you were talking about that over there. Was there negative catalyst on SoFi or just taking with the market? No, SoFi actually, I believe, had negative catalyst. They cut down their guidance on SoFi because of what Biden had to say in regards to what's the student loan. Thank you. That's the word I was thinking about. Student loans is why the guidance has been cut down for SoFi. So obviously, catalyst based push to the downside on this stock over here. DD 180, or I'm guessing you're talking about $1.80 on DD. Let's go check out DD at the moment. No, it's at $2.40. So I was gonna be surprised if it was under $1 or pretty close to $1 on DD. That'd be insane. Today, DD with 26 million shares traded so far. Trying to do, it's down 7% on the day. So yeah, DD still going down as most of these Chinese stocks are under still fear of delisting, and BABA being one of those biggest weighted stocks in the FXI index, obviously dragging down the rest of them once more time. Today, BABA down 4 full percent on the downside, and with almost 15 million shares traded. Let's see if BABA can actually manage to do something eventually and get back to the north side, which is those beautiful 120s, 130 areas. That'd be amazing. Followed, am I reading Nightbot? I'm crazy. Peloton going to $0. Sure. I don't think it's going to 0, but it could very easily. What do I know, right? I don't think it's going to 0 though. Nvidia at the moment is currently doing absolutely nonsense movements because we are well below 240, so we don't like that. But at the same time, Nvidia is actually taking out the lower day. Apple's getting ready to go test the lower day, and looks like these markets are getting ready for some possible volatile moves to the downside by taking out the bottom. But Microsoft's still so strong. Microsoft just trading around the 300. We're about 16 cents in the money on Microsoft and 5 cents out of the money on Twitter, and 5 cents out of the money on Palantir, which that means we're exactly at 1260 on Palantir, and we'll get stopped on the move down over here if market goes lower. At which point, we like I mentioned earlier, completely okay with taking the loss on Palantir if it takes out this bottoms. But if we do get a long out of it, we get a beautiful 5-10 more than 5 cents long, which is actually the risk. The risk is 5 cents for me, and the long would be over 10 cents or more. So the risk to reward is exactly what we're looking for at the moment on these trade opportunities. And looks like futures are trying to still battle the lower days, while Apple is trying to battle the lower days also. Holy, my throat's dead. Twitter is trying to move up at the moment, apparently. Twitter trying to move up, but it's not really doing anything. I see I'm up in the money on it, but it's nothing really significant that's gonna excite me to take profits on it just yet. Look at that. Just like that, we're back to the downside on Twitter, so it doesn't mean anything for me right now. There is no volume in the market. Obviously, it's still lunchtime. There is absolutely no volume in the market. Everything is so slow. Everything is so boring. It's actually doing nothing right now. MC Prad needs some honey. Pure sitting next to you. Sure. iMac up 16%. Deal with Walmart. IMAC. iMac up 15%, looks like, and yeah, indeed 15%, but did come back to the downside, gave back a lot of the pre-market gains, and back to almost $1, $15 in general on the stock at the moment. So let's see what it wants to do. We are seeing a little pump up coming in right now, though. Stock's trying to go higher and reclaim some of those levels, but VWAP still acting like a barrier as far as we can see on IMAC at the moment, not allowing it to do anything more than what it wants to. We would love for volume to pick back up. 27 million shares on $1 stock, not bad at all. I believe the relative volume was over 5, if I remember correctly. iMac 500, never mind, it's a 592, so almost 600 relative volume for IMAC, doing tons of relative volume, but it is not actually doing anything significant for the upside, that is, because it's going lower off the pre-market highs from $2. What is it, 3 something in pre-market over here? $3 and 14 cents, it says. I'm not sure if that was a pre-market. Sorry, if the I don't think there's dark pool in pre-market, but there could be. Prad got his 9th booster today. No, I did not. That would be amazing though if I did. Well, with like a 9th booster, that would be a crazy number right there. Where are we going to? IMAC only 26 million OS for their float, FLT float. Yeah, 21 million float so far, and they've traded 27 million today. So tons of relative volume, as previously mentioned. About 500, almost 600 relative volume. Prad needs a jab from this chat. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. The Vox doesn't work. I'm not sure if that means either. So I'm just gonna start ignoring you guys at this moment and go look for some stocks to pick from this scanner instead, because you guys are just saying nonsense stuff at the moment. So I'm gonna go look for SBFM. Maybe that stock was moving around quite a bit yesterday. SBFM was going absolutely crazy for not too long ago, 3 days in a row now. So another day, SBFM up another 30%, going crazy, and actually above $8 today, which is crazy for SBFM in my opinion. Let's go to over here. Looks like Palantir actually got stopped out on the move down there because market is maybe just pushing lower. Apple is now around still 170.60, 170.50 being the low of day on Apple. Microsoft 30 cents in the money, but still hanging out near 300, so that doesn't excite me. But the futures are getting ready to break the low here and probably go down. Let's see if futures can manage to do so. In the meantime, SBFM right now, Sunshine Biopharma, did rip up to almost $9 today, but this line that I have up here, which is around the IPO day itself, actually no, it's not the IPO day, what am I saying, but this candle over here from the 26th of January of 2021, that line that I have drawn, looks like we're still seeing some no real volume taking place above $8.45. We're around those areas, very close to it right now. Let's see if more shares can pop off on SBFM. I want to check what the relative volume is compared to the last few days, because we did have some crazy amount of volume going on in the stock not too long ago. It's still pretty decent, 33 times relative volume, and it's still going crazy for SBFM without a doubt. On a on a 4 million float stock, we're seeing about 60 million shares, 100 million shares being traded on a day-to-day basis. So 32% up today on SBFM. Beautiful, beautiful move once again. Looks like Microsoft's actually pushing lower, and market's gonna go test the bottoms here. Let's check out if Apple can take out the low of day, which is around 170.50, 170.40, only 10 cents away from the low of day on Apple, and Microsoft now a full 50 cents to the downside almost. Twitter also trying to go back to the downside. Let me go check on Twitter. Twitter pretty close to $47, and our low a day long is still there, but looks like Twitter is actually bringing the stock down along with some size on the ask, but just got cleaned out pretty quick, so never mind on that call out. The market is quiet but still speaks to me. Yeah, market's very quiet right now. It's obviously very slow, very much kangaroo movement also coming in from all across the markets. Stocks just going up and down, not really giving you a full directional trade like I would like to at least. But yeah, we'll see what happens. The future short would have been absolutely amazing to hold on to from 44.70. I did have a good average, but I had a bad stop on it, which kind of turned my trade around for me, so that sucks. But right now, Microsoft's still around 300, and Twitter's still around 47, and Apple's still around 170.50. AMC buy puts. We don't trade futures here, so we can't. TGT. Target, I believe. TGT. Let's go to Target right now. Target, 2.5 million shares traded today. Let's see. Ooh, Target almost 4% to the north side. Still trying to go higher. Let's see how crazy Target can get to today, because looks like it's actually heating up. Walmart also was something else that was heating up. Let's go to Walmart real quick and come back to Target. Walmart was at all-time highs not too long ago. I believe it was actually yesterday we were at all-time highs on Walmart, and Target just piggybacking off that trade maybe. Let's also go check on where Target's all-time high is real quick. 268 Target all-time high, and we got this consolidation range right here. Looks like that's acting as a barrier around 228, 229 areas. Let's see if we can even get to 225 first today, which would put the stock on a full 4% move up and a beautiful north trajectory on Target today. Holy moly. All right, where are we going to? Hi, Miss V.
Hi, Prad. How's it going?
Good. My throat's dying on me today.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
By the way, Tesla, guys, is back to that 1027, 1028 level. We're back to day lows. And again, let's see if we will find double bottom in here, or we will break it and officially will flush to the downside. Yesterday, again, also 1027, I believe, was the low. QQQ is now down more than 1%. So again, looks like another negative day on the markets. And also, guys, I wanted to talk about another name I was trading today. So again, everyone who maybe just joined us, this was my short on Tesla, and turned out very great and profitable. So again, this one at the open $5 in the money. Then I reloaded, and my average became 1064. Last out 1038, which is around $25 per money. But I have actually a negative trade today also I want to share with you. It was HTGM, also on Nasdaq. We have that name on our watch list. So basically, they have some positive news that made the spike 31% in pre-market for that name. So I thought like, hey, maybe we can go a little bit higher, because it was already like $1.68. Anyways, this would be the perfect short trade today, a low float stock, and what was supposed to do, we flashed to the downside now at 142. So my entrance was 167 and my last out was 1.48. I'm not really worried about this trade because I really didn't have a lot of shares on that trade. Also, stock costs like around $1.50, so that's totally fine. My Tesla wins definitely are leading, and another positive day. It's my fourth positive day in a row, so week goes positive for me so far, and hopefully Friday will bring more profits for me. And also I have great news for everyone who asking me whether I'm going to go live. Guys, I passed that test, and hopefully the answer will come on Monday if everything already good. So looks like next week I will go live, Prad. Nice. So yes, guys, I will join you, and can't wait to trade real money with my trading family. Oh, it's so sweet to come back to another super chat from Mr. Mohammed. Black heart special for Valeriia. White heart number 7. Again, number 7 is my favorite number. My birthday is on November 7th, so Issa, thank you so much. I literally bless you, and sending all the positive energy. You're making my day every day.
Yeah, thank you, Issa, for more love and affection as always. We appreciate all the things you do over here for Trader TV Live. Microsoft is going down now. Microsoft is 60 cents in the money, and looks like Twitter. I got stopped out while I went to go pee, so let's go check on what Twitter's doing. Twitter did make a new low a day around 46.77, so we're gonna let Twitter go around now. We took a tiny little loss on that, about I think like if I do the math, I believe it's about 25 cents or so. So we're fine with that. We'll wait for another bottom that we can pick on Twitter right now, because markets are indeed going down. Let's see if Apple, where's Apple? Ooh, okay, Apple's about to go test 170 here once again. Let's see if Apple can actually hold up at 170 or go much lower. Now we're about 70 cents in the money on Microsoft short, which is still pushing down. I don't know if I want to add to my position. Maybe on a break of 299 to the downside, I'll add add to my short and build more to the short in order to get that move that we're looking for. At least I'm looking for to the downside on Microsoft. And obviously, if that's going to the downside, futures are probably going to take much more to the downside because Apple is at 170s, Microsoft is at 299s, and these two are the biggest weighted stocks in the S&P 500 futures and the almost and the Nasdaq futures over there. For anyone who's wondering what I'm going almost about, I'm watching the golf right here, so that's what I went almost about. He almost had a bad shot over there. That was scary for a second. But let me unfilter this real quick, unfilter that, and put that right back on there. So MES basically going lower now, but the low of day is 4447. This is the ES actually, not MES. And oh man, fudge sticks. MSFT is now a whole dollar in the money, and I said I want to add on the way down. Let me confirm what's going on. Maybe we'll wait for Apple to really break 170 to the downside before I add more shares to the downside over here on futures. So far though, already a whole dollar in the money, and it's not even the number one stock for me on the day. Yeah, futures are number one, and Microsoft's going to be number two with this trade. But obviously, I want a confirmation of the downside break for me to even add over here. Yeah. Come on, Apple. What do you want to do? I'm watching Apple right now, really. So I'll pull up Apple on this screen so we can watch Apple together, and I'll be ready to punch more short on Microsoft while I'm watching Apple probably take out 170 to the downside. So look at that size on Apple. That's a lot of money on Apple. That's a lot of money. 70,000, 80,000, 80 plus 70 plus 20, so almost 100,000 shares sitting on Apple right there at 170. I need to unbucket my belt. I tied it so tight. Oh, there we go. Put it one step looser. I can finally move around. But on Apple over here, basically that's over 100,000 shares sitting there on the 170 area. 100,000 times 170. You do the math, obviously, and we're going there. Looks like futures are also getting ready to test that 4470 bottom that I was talking about. Sorry, 4444 bottom that I was talking about. And I actually have an order to get more short on the possible break of futures to the downside over here. So I might just get my entry on the MES futures here. Let's see if it happens. We're exactly at that mark that I was talking about, and I said I would take more shares short Microsoft. So let me do that here. More shares short Microsoft. Did it not give me the fill? There we go. More shares short Microsoft now while Apple is about to take out 170 to the downside, which it did. And I'm waiting to see why my order has not been filled for future short, because I know why, because it's still waiting for the right order to get picked on that. Now we're only 60 cents in the money on our Microsoft short because our average is 299.33 while we're 50 cents in the money on Microsoft now with more size than we had originally. So we're short. Added more to the short. Let's see if market can push down over here. If market doesn't push and comes back in through 299, we'll be stopped out for profit. Or if market can continue pushing to the downside and go lower and taking Microsoft along with it, that'd be great. So coming back to 299 will stop me out for profit right here on this trade. So let's see if that actually happens. Let's see if that actually happens on this one. All right. Tony should, I don't even know why I'm reading other messages that are not stock names in there, so I'm just going to look for stocks. Looks like Microsoft is indeed going to stop me out. Why didn't they stop me out? There we go. Microsoft just stopped me out in profit over there. We'll take that trade. Quick little profitable trade on Microsoft. Thank you, Microsoft. We tried to build on the way down, but looks like the market did not care about what we wanted to do. Market indeed bouncing off the lows over there, exactly off yesterday's low that I mentioned, the 44.50. So if we go to MES, M22, MES/M22, these are your mini contracts on futures, exactly around that very same level that I mentioned. Ooh, Palantir crossing 12.55 now. So Palantir getting to a way better price point for me to think about along again. Previously, we tried it at 12.60, but right now I don't really see any size on Palantir to the downside. But that being said, market could have bottomed out off those levels that we were talking about, which is the 44.44. If the market did bottom out off those levels, then maybe we got some longs to be looking for. For example, MES already bumped up a good 5 points off that. Nothing significant, just 5 points, but bumped up a good 5 points off that. Apple back above 170. Another reason why the market's not really going too far out there to the downside. So Apple didn't really reject 170 as I would like it to. It did go to the downside below 170 to 169.85, but now Apple once again back above 170 and trying to see if we can go back up north on said stock. Miss V?
Here is the question: how can we see the trades? Azar Sumro. Again, remind you, we're in the process to move to another desk. Me and Prad will be sitting all together, both of us, like Neil and Sean do right now. And we are super excited. We will have more camera angles. And finally, we will have a position board. So, guys, you will see our trades as you can see on the morning and the closing show. So, please remain patient, and Mark doing his best for this to happen as soon as possible. And more than that, team, I remind you to smash the like button. We still need 400 more likes to 1K, 2,000 people, 300 watching, and we really need your like. Please be kind and smash the like button.
Yeah, smash, smash, smash. We would love that all the time. So we appreciate it anytime you guys do that for us. Right now, we're just watching a couple of our stocks that were in the money for us, and then we captured that profits, and now we're looking forward to see what Twitter wants to do. Twitter at the moment looks like it still wants to go lower, as I mentioned, that we're going to just leave it alone. So I guess we're going to stick to that read and just leave it alone as we mentioned earlier. Their position really shouldn't matter. We're all trading our own game. Why did I even bother reading that? I just want to focus on stocks. Where is it? Tesla support levels, please. Looks like people want Tesla support levels. Miss Me, you wanna give?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Let's see. I wasn't that name. So Tesla here, guys. Tesla broke that 1027. Wow, low of the day now 1021, and the best way to see levels will be to take a look at higher time frame. Let's open Tesla and look for levels.
We're on me still? Yeah, we're on me.
Oh, it was you still?
I think
Oh,
so.
sorry. So yeah, here we go. We broke this level. So next support might be at around 1020. So 1020 level might be key for us, but I would better concentrate on this period of chart. So here we can see, guys, that we can go like 1020 is a key support, but if we even break that one, next key
No, I think
support
I
will be
do.
at 1015. So if we break that 1020 to the downside, next one I can see 1017, 1015. Looks like Tesla trying, but overall negative day. And even if we take a look, again, starting from April 5th, we're having negative downtrend on Tesla.
Downtrend on Tesla, indeed. Not something to be happy for all the Elon lovers, but you know, what goes up must come down. What comes down could go up, back up also. So and we did see that with Tesla, not once, not twice, but every single time so far. And that's why we like the stock. We like the company. We like the CEO. We like the car that they make. We like everything that they do in general. And by we, I'm just talking about myself and maybe also the beautiful Miss V to
No,
the right.
maybe.
Not
sure.
maybe, she goes, sure. So yeah, exactly. So yeah, we love it. We love the stock. I'm very surprised right now that I actually made it through all the way to 1 o'clock without even realizing it's 1 o'clock. So time's going by very quick while the market's been very boring for some reason. So not sure how that's even a possibility, because this market or this time just flew by for me. I thought I would just look over and look at the time and be like, oh, it's only 12:30. We still got 30 minutes in lunchtime. But no, lunchtime's actually coming to an end. But that means there'll be some excitement about time for some excitement in the market market. Time to wake up over here for everybody, because we are so bored to death on the S&P 500. Only down 0.5% today. S&P 500 on. Let's go to the ETF for once. I always show the futures. So the S&P 500 ETF currently hanging out at 444. Surprisingly enough, the ETF is also at 444 bottoms, where the bottom on the mini contracts is exactly the same 444, but with the 5 at the end. So that's pretty cool. And as mentioned, though, S&P 500 down 0.5%. Nasdaq is down almost it is down 1% actually. And this is your QQQ over here, and all of these are just kind of passed out, not really doing anything. The market seems to be looking for an excuse to go up, but for the most part, we have a lot of reasons to go to the downside. Twitter long, you still thinking about a Twitter long? I mean, yeah, sure. I don't like it right now. Obviously, I tried my long that I wanted, which was on the fail break of 47. Obviously, that fail break of 47 eventually ended up going back to the downside. Market's still trying to show us weakness, obviously. So I don't think I actually want to go long on Twitter at this moment, especially on a day where Twitter is deciding to just go down all the way back to previous levels. Maybe even have a gap fill on Twitter. So you could maybe look for I type GP because I'm talking about gap fill, but what I would type P because fill starts with an F, so I'm not sure. But we have this gap fill over here. We could go find some support around 44s or even 42s, and then actually go fill the gap to 40s before we come back to play in these territories of $30 or so. And I actually told Greg that if Twitter goes to $40, I might buy some for my long-term account. I'm not sure if Sean is listening to this. Sean, what's your opinion on buying some Twitter shares for long-term at 40? And Sean's shaking his head, so obviously I'm about to throw my order out right now while I'm talking to you guys about it. So we're about to buy some Twitter shares at 40 for our long-term account, and that's all because of Elon. We love Elon, and obviously I missed out investing Tesla when it was a good opportunity. Here comes Neil probably very soon about having to buy the CDR Tesla instead, and yeah, that's the way for me to invest in Tesla now. But Twitter, I don't want to miss out Twitter. It's also the 50 period on the daily. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I actually said to Greg not too long ago about why I wanted to invest around the $40. You know, gap close, 50 period, good consolidation area, and look at the amount of volume. If we were to have a volume point of control over here for the last year, let's see actually what that looks like. Let's go to this chart instead because I already have this chart. Screw you, already updated it, but you keep telling me that stupid excuse over there that I'm not update. You're lying to me. So let's go to the 1 year chart here on Twitter. Look at that volume point of control. Actually, it's at $51. Apparently, well, that's because the last few days, let's ignore the last few days. Okay, the last few days don't matter because a lot of the volume was transacted and like over 300 million shares transacted in the last few days. So if you ignore that, look at this bottom over here at 33. That's a pretty good support. So anywhere in front of 33, 35, 40, I think is a great opportunity to buy for some long term on Twitter, in my opinion. So I'm going to be doing that. Dang, I hope Arun held that Dash short. Let's go check out Dash today. Dash is DoorDash on New York. I thought it was a NASDAQ stock. Surprised enough. Okay, it's not. Dash is actually a New York stock and down big time, down almost 5% on is it on our watch list?
Dash, no.
No? There's nothing behind it? So it looks like for without a reason, Dash is down almost 5% here, and with almost 2 million shares traded, looks like we're finding some support though in front of the 107 level so far, and bouncing off of that right now. But obviously Dash, what a big down move on this stock, multiple levels to the downside. Let's actually pull up Dash over here and see what levels do we have. It looks like Dash was exactly around a resistance area near 116.50, 116.27 is what my line says, and around there we just turned off for the rest of the day to the downside. Let's go check out 116. bang all the way to the downside. So I wish I was actually not having my headphones on so I could have heard the thesis behind why he even picked the Dash today to trade with if there wasn't any catalyst behind it. And what is the relative volume? Yeah, the relative volume on Dash is not even 1. So it just shows that there was no real catalyst, but a beautiful level that he picked, and he liked trading off of that level. And obviously well executed on the big man himself.
I actually just went news on Twitter. Here we go, guys. On Icon, they popped up at 101. According to investing.com, Elon Musk's arrival strips fears among some Twitter employees. And if we go to investing.com, basically they say that some employees are panicking over the future of the social media firm's ability to moderate content. Company insiders told Reuters. Lol.
So the employees are worried that they cannot moderate the.
Yeah, they're a little bit worried about Elon Musk
Right.
joining the board.
I mean,
I don't know. I think
no
he
opinions
wants-
on that.
He wants to add edit button. Come on, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
But they didn't choose the best picture of him, right?
that's the point though, right? Like that's how media does their job. It's like sometimes they gotta pick the bad picture
Yeah.
to portray something bad about it. That's their job, right? So I can't complain about media doing their job over there. But no comments on the overall whatever that they want to do. If you're scared about your new CEO, well, the only answer is you can go find a million other jobs that are in IT related. And if you love your new CEO, then you love your new CEO. So it's gonna be a big battle of though. I really want to see how they deal with the Android side of Twitter, because that's obviously I'm a big Android guy, and Twitter has been very buggy for Android. And once they start fixing that, that'd be great. I'm taking 47 long break Twitter back to the north side. Looks like is what Sean is talking about right now. So let's check out Twitter. We were long on Twitter earlier in front of 47. Obviously that was a failed break originally, but now we went as low as 46.55. And now with the volume coming in on the market, this market is ripping back north right now. Microsoft went from 299 to 300. Apple went from 170 back to 171. And these trades on Microsoft have shown up so many times today. If you just go to Microsoft right now and look at how many times you could have gone long in front of 299 and gotten out 300. This is almost a very similar setup as to what I was doing on Microsoft yesterday, which was go short 300 and get out 297 or something along those lines, if I remember correctly. So you can just keep on repeating the setup, maybe even go short 300, get out 299, go long 299, get out 300, giving you beautiful opportunities to scalp in this range for Microsoft so far, and market moving beautifully back up to the north side right now. And I'm thinking about getting ready to load up on my short position on the market here, because my original short was around these levels. And if I do have the opportunity, maybe I can also wait for it to go to VWAP. If the market does go to VWAP, that would be a way better opportunity for me to load up on my shorts. And I don't know what I want to do. We're going to throw out an order over here. If they fill me, they fill me. If not, then we're not going to worry about it too much. We're not going to complain about it. So I do have an order out now to get short on the futures. And right now, we're not short so far.
Lars says 5 minutes or 1 minute time frame preferred. Well, I think you should find out for yourself which works better for you. Prad uses 3 minute time frame.
It's 5 now.
It's 5 now, even more. Great. 5 minute time frame for Prad. So for me, 1 minute. But again, later I will try to kind of make it higher, because sometimes 1 minute a little bit too stressful.
I was actually talking to Ian, who was on the show today not too long ago for you guys, about how charts don't even matter to me as much as they should, really. I guess, we do. The point was, we really look at charts when, or was it Ian, or maybe it was talking to Jacob, I forget who, but the idea was, how much do I really need to look at the chart when only thing I'm doing is like looking at the level 2 and the time of sales when I'm actually making a trade? Not much. I'm only looking at a chart to find my levels, and then this screen is basically a YouTube show or a movie or something. You can ask Luca, you can ask Fahad, or Lucas to see see what they see on the screen, and 90% of the time the screen has a movie on it, and I'm basically staring at just straight level 2s and time of sales. So the point is, you do need to find out what works for you in terms of the chart. Miss V was 100% right. Maybe right now you find the 1 minute more helpful. In the future you might find the 15-minute more helpful. In the future you might not even use one for trading it. So it comes down to exactly what you're focusing on and what helps you make a trade at the end of the day. Don't look at charts, you're gambling. I'm not sure if that's the mentality that I'm talking about, but obviously if that's what you think it is, then I'm not gonna correct you on that. But I'm not saying that. What I am saying though is once you look at your levels, once you map out your levels on the trade, for the most part, you're just staring at the level 2 and trying to look at level 2 for reasons to take the trade. Twitter break working here. Twitter long looks like is working out for the big man Sean. We're about 12 cents in the money now, ripping up while the futures are trying to take out the 44. Man, they really didn't give me the fill. Are you kidding me? I was on that offer, literally on the offer, and they didn't give me the fill. Let's see if they give it to me here on this move up over here. But obviously, what we're talking about is Twitter right now for Sean, the long, beautiful long coming in. If you don't mind me asking, what's your stop on it? All the way to the lower day or back through 47? So he's actually giving it all the way to the lower day. So that's a 50-cent risk for another beautiful risk to reward, though. If you look at it, the risk to reward is 50 cents risk for a possible $1.50 move back to VWAP or more in case Twitter finds a way to really go all the way back to $50 or $51. So beautiful risk to reward setup coming in for that 47 breakout long on Twitter. And look at the buyers too. I'm not seeing a lot of selling coming in. If you were to filter the tape, let's see how many green shares come in above 499. A little bit of a red, but I want to see a lot of green and yellow, which would be amazing. So we'll come back to Twitter while this trade is moving around, because futures could just give me my short here. Futures, there we go. Futures gave me my short position, and Microsoft still battling the 200 level over there. Sorry, not 200, 300 level over there, and Apple is above 170 to 170.81 right now, but it is indeed trying to see if we can take out 171 to the high side also on the S&P, sorry, not on Apple. So if Apple can manage to go north off of 171, and if Microsoft can manage to go north off of 300, I think futures have a nice move up to the north side all the way up to VWAP, which is currently at, looks like, 44.65-ish, and the high a day on the futures off the open is around 44.85, I think, but I'm going more with 44.70, 44.75 areas as my short opportunity with the most size on the futures if we do get there.
It looks like a few people were fighting for that like number 666, and they got in the chat that I'm 666. No, I'm 666. Well, guys, anyways, thank you so much. I wish all of you were fighting for 1K likes as hard as for 666 also.
What are we at right now?
673.
Oh, Tiger Woods actually climbing some positions over here. Does T2 mean he's position 2? Obviously, I don't know what I'm looking at over here on this page, but looks like tied for second with 10 other guys. Hey, damn. There's no Indian over here, bro. Come on, man. I don't see any Indian flags. I see Ireland. I don't see any Indian flags though. So, yeah. But yeah, so Tiger putting in some work over there. Obviously, let's see where Tiger eventually ends up going to. There is no Indian guy. I don't see an Indian flag. Maybe he's from USA Indian or something. All right, so any opinions about Baba? Baba, I did give my opinions not too long ago. It was basically, we're still scared about what the regulators want to do over there on the Chinese side, and even on the U.S. side. The whole delisting fear has been looming for so long. One day they come out saying that, we're not going to delist, and the very next day they flip-flop on themselves and they come out with saying, okay, we're back to the delist fear. For example, the same thing happened with Baidu and other stocks along with those baskets. So Baidu was around 150s when the dealer's fear notice hit. We came all the way down to 138s, and I had the short off of 138 on Baidu that I remember. I was doing so good on that trade. I think I also closed it around 136, 135, having a multiple dollar in the money trade over there. And then Baidu the very next couple days after went right back to 150s. I was like, this is insane. Like, this is absolutely insane. And then watch the next couple days later, they're gonna talk about another dealer's fear or downgrade or something, and bring the rest of them with them. So Baba got downgraded, I believe, yesterday.
Cool.
Baba got
yes.
Baba got downgraded yesterday, and that helped bring down the whole basket with it, which is your FXI basket. For anyone who doesn't know what FXI basket means, it is basically the Chinese large cap ETF on the North American side. So these obviously taking off. These obviously taking off to the downside, or Baba taking off to the downside, bringing the whole ETF along with it, because Baba is about 10% or more of this ETF. So being the number one weighted, it's obviously going to drag it the most or weigh on it the most. We're about to head back to VWAP over here on the ES futures. So looking at what the futures want to do, Microsoft with a beautiful 45-cent move above 300, and Apple with the beautiful 15-cent move. I don't know why I'm calling it beautiful at that point, with a nice little breakout though off 170 for the fourth time of the day, and slightly about to go test VWAP at the moment. So let me show you S&P. Okay, S&P is already up here. We are around VWAP on the S&P futures. So this is where I would think about thinking about getting my shorts. Maybe 44.70 area. I'll have an order sitting right here to see if they want to fill me for my short. Why did that cancel? There's my 50 cents on Twitter. Let me just quickly go see why these orders are canceling. Value of position is greater than BP. Huh? I'm not even in a trade. I'm not even in a trade, bro. I don't even have orders out there. What are these guys talking about? Okay. That's pretty weird.
What a beautiful
you know why?
move.
Because I'm trying to throw order on on ES when I thought I'm throwing an order on MES. That's why. I thought I was throwing it on the minis, but I'm throwing the order on the big boys. Okay, Prad, take it easy, buddy. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. So obviously we are now short on the MES futures, waiting to see what the market behaves around the previous shorting levels that we were already shorting for all day. Microsoft getting back to 301 here and trying to see what Microsoft wants to do at 301, above VWAP on Microsoft, and Apple also above 171. What am I typing? Apple also above 171, very close to VWAP. We're at the 50 period EMA and the 100 period EMA on Apple at the moment. Let's see what Apple can do eventually. Maybe if we go higher and market really manages to get into the green side. We're only down 0.17 on the S&P 500. We're only down 0.5 now on the Nasdaq, thanks to Apple, thanks to Microsoft, thanks to AMD, and also Nvidia. I'm not sure if Tesla made somewhat of a reversal. Did it?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Pretty much as the rest of the market. And another one will also did a reversal is coin. Bitcoin is actually a little bit higher now, 43,500, up almost 1% on the day. And coin moving back to VWAP, still down almost 2% on the day, but definitely we can see positivity on that name. And what's important, volume came into this name. We now have 1,500,000 volume on coin. Like our goal was checking, it was around 900,000. So great, finally lunch is over, volume back, and we're ready to make money.
Indeed, and this is why we were we were pretty bored and waiting all day for this move. Once again, though, what's gonna be painful is me saying that 4444 level on the S&P 500 futures, or at least the mini futures, and that's the same level that was yesterday. If I actually show you my messages with Arun, which I'm not going to show you because his email might leak. Last time my email leaked, you guys signed me up for a Roku and whatnot, so that was pretty annoying having all those emails get spammed. But obviously that's my own fault for being a little dummy that I was in that position and just autofill got me, dude. Autofill got me that day. But you know, reading these messages where Arun basically goes, why don't you even just take one contract, you know, simple, the base contract one, to see how your read works if you have a read like that. And did I take a long off that read today also? No, I didn't. And that's why Arun, when Miss V was talking not too long ago, Arun came over here and he's like, I didn't bring the slipper today, so you got lucky. And he's like, maybe you don't need it though after I saw your trading yesterday. And I was like, maybe if you saw my trading today, maybe you would think that I would need it, because my futures trading has been pretty atrocious compared to yesterday. But hopefully we get to turn that around on the short that we are right now, which is only 3 points in the money, and we are short 44.69.5, and MES is currently at 44.65.75, so trying to go down for us and paying us this time, which is good. Microsoft also going lower from the 301 area, 301 rejected. Apple is also getting rejected from VWAP almost, but 171, let's see if Apple can hold up at 171 or does it push lower. And I'm guessing Tesla is obviously looking a little similar over there. Let's go take a look at AMD. AMD did make a nice move to 102.50s just now from the low of 191, but obviously we're waiting to see how AMD trades exactly at the 100 level. If it manages to break past that 100 to the downside and show us a fail break long, or does it manage to really keep on ripping, sorry, not keep on ripping, keep on falling through the 100 level and go to those 80s and 60s that people were talking about on AMD, at which point I am absolutely loading my bag on AMD if it goes to those 80s, 60s levels that people were talking about not too long ago.
Prad, we've got a super chat from Garrett Votau. Thank you so much. Hi, Prad and Valeriia. How's your day? Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for asking. My day is pretty good. Profitable on Tesla. And again, super excited for the next week as I'm going to go live anytime. How's your day, Prad? Garrett asking.
Always good, man. Always good. Always great. Life is always good. As long as I was able to wake up and come in here and you know, look pretty for you guys. Life is good. God is good. Everything's great. Thank you for asking. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for all the love and support to Market Movers and Trader TV Live in general. We appreciate it, Garrett. Took another 20% off Twitter. Let's go. Looks like piggybacking on Twitter with Sean over there for you. But I'm happy that it's working for you. So it's going up at the moment. Twitter only down 6% on the day. We were down almost 8% at one point, if I remember correctly. So Twitter now only down 6.5% and trying to still go up at the moment while the market is trying to see what the market wants to do. S&P 500 basically just trading by itself around VWAP. And right now, flat on my short. We're in the money, but I'm just gonna say flat because it's not really in the money yet. So we'll see what happens. So, and by that I mean it's not like deep in the money where I can get happy about it. It's in the money, but nothing serious for me to take profits off just yet on the short. We gonna dump, fam. Looks like that is my idea too, but that is for anyone who was thinking long. So hopefully for anyone who was thinking long, I am wrong and markets rip. That way it works out for you guys. But obviously I am short at the moment, and I agree with your statement, which is let's dump over here on the market after having this beautiful rally overall not too long ago. Short covering SOFI in SOFI. When shorts cover, the stocks pop up. So right now the stock did pop up. It's hard to know if it's actually short covering or if it's just, you know, buyers coming in at the lower day thinking it's a great spot to load up on the stock. Lot of variables over there, so you don't really know if it's shorts being covered or not. But what we can do is have a guess about it, right? Obviously, when a stock does something like this, which is down almost 11% on the day at one point, and then you know, moving like this now, some of this move is obviously market related. The market is actually moving up in a beautiful way at the moment. So some of this is obviously market oriented, but it could also be, as you're guessing over there, as shorts being covered.
Prad, I want to bring my favorite segment of the day, top 10 traders, and this is for Wednesday. That happened yesterday, and we have some fire profits in here. First place, we have someone, we don't know who and where they located. We know only profit they made on the specific day and markets they were trading. $116,000 have been made trading American and Canadian markets. On the second place, we have 58,000 profit also trading same markets. Also, I believe yesterday were some big imbalances, so I wonder if it anyhow affected that. Third place, we have Nasdaq trading 24,000 profit, and here we go, OTC on the fourth place and on the sixth place. So shout out to OTC pink sheets traders, and again, proud to be part of Day Trade the World. And if you're interested in our prop firm or platform, let me know. I'll send you additional information.
Thank you, Ms. V, for that. So looking at Palantir, now Palantir did go as low as 1248, and a beautiful move on Palantir along with the market all the way back to 1270 is what we're looking at right now on Palantir. Let's see how high Palantir can go. Take advantage of the overall market long right now that we're getting. Futures are also moving higher than my original short price. We're now out of the money on futures quite a bit, but we know we have our stop. We know where we want to be out of this trade in case it is sour for us, and right now we're just letting the stock or the trade wiggle around for us a little bit. And Microsoft still under 301, and this is why this is helping me be a little bit more adamant on my future short over there, not really get shaken out, even though we did push up almost 5+ points over there against me. Not really shaking out because Microsoft not really taking out 301 just yet, and Apple is above 171 but still very close to 171. Any negative catalyst or just buyers coming in might just push these stocks back to the downside, at which point the shorts are back in the play for futures in general. But right now, S&P 500 flat on the day, only down 0.07% on the day. Nasdaq only down 0.5% on the day over here. A beautiful recovery across the board for both of these markets, and we're looking like the longs are coming into some action over here. For example, Twitter long that Sean had not too long ago, it's still trying to move up north. So let's see how north can Twitter take us over here. And I want to go also take a look at Nvidia, which was under 240 not too long ago. How close to 240 did Nvidia get to? And looks like Nvidia actually didn't manage to get to that close to 240 as I thought, but we are pretty close to, no matter what. 238, only $2 away from 240. Let's see if Nvidia can keep on trucking north side along with the overall market here and reclaim those $240 levels on NVDA.
We've got another super chat from Garrett Wotow. Thank you so much. And here, he sends asking us 2 elephants plus 2 fishes equals. I have no idea, so here's my answer. That's that emoji from yesterday from one of our viewers. That's what equals this thing.
Nice. You guys are playing Pictionary over there.
Another one. Thank you so much, Garrett Wotow. Here, 3 swimming people, short shorts, swimming trunks, laughing in the beach. Oh, I can't wait for good weather. With that beach, I remember that we have rain outside, which sucks.
Yeah, the weather's been pretty gloomy for the past few days. Would love some sun, obviously, without a doubt. Sun would be amazing. I know that P Pro 8, okay, moving on from that, doesn't work in the United States, but what about T3? No, we don't know. I can't answer that question either, Alexandra. So, because obviously we don't live in the United States, so we don't know what works in there or what doesn't work in there. But what does?
Yeah, I mean,
right.
Yeah.
So, but the point is, you have to figure that on your own end. You have to maybe call them up. You have to Google it. That question, I cannot answer what another prop firm does or how, or are they even working in the country you're in or so on. So obviously that's a Google question. That's something I cannot help you with. I apologize on that end.
I only know that I remember a long time ago when we just used to start this, and a lot of US viewers were asking about why our platform doesn't work in the US. Well, guys, we tried many times, but due to regulations, it's literally almost impossible. And then one of our colleagues, I remember they were mentioning something about T3, that yes, it's kind of also prop firm, kind of the same what we do, but as Prad said, absolutely right. We would really recommend you to go search yourself, make sure that that's what you're looking for, and they can give you what you want. But I've heard personally about that one, just know nothing about it, to be honest.
Yep. Canadian beaches consist of those polar bear divers that dive in ice. All right. All right. Real quick, because I have nothing really to talk about right now, because market's going to slow down for another 30 minutes or so around these highs. We'll see if anything actually does happen. In that meantime, I actually want to go here real quick. And I don't know if Miss we saw this, but this was pretty cool today.
I saw Formula One.
Yeah. So where'd it go? This right here, absolute insanity, mate. Like, this car is a fully Lego car.
Crazy.
That's real size Lego car. So absolute beauty of a masterpiece. I guess I didn't like it before. I'm gonna like it now.
Do you know where it's located?
The car?
Yeah.
Oh, it's at the racetrack right now in Australia. So this weekend we actually have a race coming in, and that's at the Australian racetrack right now. This is the driver sitting in the Lego car. With the Lego steering and everything. So I can't wait for my Lego car to come in. I'm very excited. Now I feel like a child now, waiting for the opportunity to build my Lego car, which would be so much fun, obviously.
So cool.
Right?
Guys, if you're not in Australia and you have a chance to make a picture with it, go for it. Russell Jackson, if you hear me.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I
if you
can trade some Vegemite if you guys help us to go get that Lego car in Australia.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Dude, that Lego car is big. Imagine having that in your office in the back or something.
Wow.
That's Lego car is big. And this right here is basically me going all in on SOFI after reading their financials. Just putting in all the SOFI financials in my head by reading their financial book, and I'm about to go all in, baby, all in on the SOFI financials every day. You know it without a doubt. So that's how trading is over here, baby.
People say long Lego.
Long Lego indeed. Yeah.
Do they have a stock?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're public. But they're not in USA, I believe. No, they are. Lego stock. Where's Lego stock? Wait, are they private? Is Lego publicly traded? Lego is not publicly traded. Okay, so they're not public. I guess they're a private company.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. I'm very surprised that Lego is still not public. Yeah, I thought it would be a big public company by now. Where are we going to? No, Lego is private. Yeah, Lego is private. T dividend payout coming soon. AT&T dividend about to come out soon. So T.NY. Let's just go take a look at the stock about what it's doing today. T today 23 million shares traded so far, and it's trying to move up, almost down 1% though, without a doubt. It did consolidate at around 2360s for quite a bit, and now trying to see what it wants to do. Futures once again moving north side, getting ready to burn me on my shorts. But at the same time, markets or the stocks that are inside that futures basket not really doing a whole much, in my opinion. As long as Microsoft doesn't take out 300 or 301 to the north side, and Apple doesn't take out 170, 150 to the north side, I think the short's still good. So I'm going to be holding on to it for a little bit longer. But obviously, we're not going to give it too much of a room past 44.80 or so, which would be already a big enough of a loss on that short opportunity here. So let's hope that Microsoft and Apple not really moving up is going to bring back this future short for me, and it was just a fake pump up before the actual dump down. But keep in mind the 44.44 level long that I was talking about seems to be the play that was the original trade that I should have taken, because the markets, it did manage to move all the way back up. And now at this point, if you do want to short the futures, it would probably be around 4,500 flat in case we even get there today. There's still quite a bit of a room left to the upside. S&P 500 is now positive on the day. NASDAQ is only down 0.27 on the day. So these futures could very easily move higher and go give you that short opportunity exactly at 44,500, 44,900, 44 44,500, 44.49 or 44.95 or so short opportunity up here instead of where I am short at the moment. So maybe get out over here for a tiny loss and get back in at the highs if that's what you're planning. But my plan is basically dependent on Microsoft and Apple. If Microsoft and Apple cannot take out those 301s and 170, 150s, then I think my short's still in play around these very levels. Although I am 5 points right now out of the money on the short.
Talking about Lego and SOFI, actually, Stop Console War brought that Legoland made a version replica of SOFI Stadium.
Lego SoFi Stadium. Yeah, I think I've seen that. Lego also has a Barcelona Stadium and a bunch of other stadiums on their roster. Obviously, Lego has been doing some crazy
Lego's on
stuff for some
fire.
while now. Sorry, Miss V.
Lego's cool.
Lego's cool. So they've been doing some crazy stuff for some while, all the way from my childhood. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. So all the way from my childhood, even till now, it's I get so happy and so giddy
Even
when
I
I see
saw
a Lego toy. Yeah, that's pretty beautiful. And see how the stadium looks like it's not even a stadium because the stadium's actually built underground.
Okay.
So it's they dug a hole under the ground for the stadium, whereas most stadiums are actually built above ground.
Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe it's not cool for you. I just find that really cool.
Maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
You know more about this.
Sunshine Biopharma, SBFM, apparently needs to be talked about. So let's go take a look at SBFM. SBFM at the moment still hanging out near the same 850s, 860 levels, not really doing a whole lot. We'll see if they can manage to rip past here off of SBFM or, still hang out around these levels and use the $9 barrier. Microsoft not really going past 301 just yet. So I think the future short are still in play over there. Prad, is this a golden cross on the NDX? I can't help you on that end. I don't use candlestick patterns, so I cannot help you on that end.
Prad, a few people talk about Tesla because Tesla is now flat, even up 0.01% on the day. QQQ is really trying to go to back positive territory. This is crazy. We were so down, and now we are back to positive. So yes, Tesla moving out of that low 1021. We are now 1045. Let's see if we will be able to break Viva and go higher. But what a great opportunity Tesla brought for those who took this long in that 1020-ish level.
Yeah, Tesla 1020. Obviously, we're waiting to see what will happen over here. You're just like I mentioned, expecting a lot of again boring movement on the market. Nothing really exciting to be happening, and it looks like a lot like that at the moment too. We popped up to the higher days ranges, and now we're capping ourselves out around the higher day ranges. Volumes dying down again, and waiting for the power hour 3 o'clock move, the sour hour move. We'll see if the sour power hour will start doing something good for us or bad for us, by that, for all of us, not just me, for you guys, even for Miss V over there, if she isn't in trade, praying for everybody in order to look for an opportunity to add some extra money to our bank account on the day-to-day especially. So maybe Twitter, for example, all the way up to 48. Twitter, beautiful long that Sean called out in the chat. 47 breakthrough along all the way back through 48 to 48 through 47 to 48. So beautiful long on Twitter. Now looks like it's around the 50 period EMA on the 5-minute chart right now, and trying to see if we can find some more buyers around 48 to continue the ascent north side, because market, as Ms. V mentioned, is now positive. The S&P 500 positive on the day. Nasdaq is still negative, but down only 0.28 on the day, whereas it could be down way more. It actually was down way more. It was down 1 full percent on the day, and now only down about 30%, or sorry, not 30.3% on the day for the futures over here on Nasdaq. So let's see what happens. It looks like S&P 500 wants to curl back to the downside over here. Let's see if it does so successfully. Wow. Miss V, can you take over for a second?
Yeah, sure. So, guys, actually, I don't remember whose name it was, But at the beginning of the show, someone actually asked about pictures of my dog. So I decided to bring some positivity, and here he is, sitting on a pillow with a few toys. Isn't he cute? I miss him so much. And if you think my dog is cute, guys, please make sure you like this video. And if you have dogs, please support. I know a lot of you have dogs, so support the animals community in here, traders with animals, and smash the like button. Again, we are nearing, like, we're now at 750. We still need 240 more likes, so please, team, it's absolutely free. Maybe ask your dog or cat to use their paws to like, but we need that.
All right. Coming back to you guys, let's see what's going on. Looks like market's still hanging out by the highs, not really doing anything. Would like for something to happen. Either stop me out and turn my stock into a loser, or pay me and make me more money on the day. Not sure what it wants to do. But more importantly, Microsoft's consolidating. Where am I typing this? Let me just quickly do this. MES MT2CM and then come back over here. Microsoft MSFTNQ. So Microsoft, just still hanging out in front of VWAP and trying to see what we can do with the 301 level on Microsoft. Not really looking the best overall for the short side just yet, because obviously Microsoft once again positive on the day. Microsoft was originally very strong compared to your other tech stocks such as Apple and Nvidia and AMD and so on. So Microsoft once again looking strong after being bought up above VWAP at the moment, whereas Apple below VWAP and getting sold off in front of 171, not allowing the stock to go too far to the north side. So sell off, sell off, sell off. And as soon as Sean comes back, he put in Twitter, because obviously he's $1 in the money on that baby, and still waiting for a bigger move, because market wants to go up, in my opinion, based off of the Microsoft, how Microsoft is trading. So as I mentioned, Sean with the big dollar in the share per share trade over there on that beautiful Twitter call out for long. For anyone who capitalized on that, make sure you're sending Sean some love on Twitter. Make sure you go follow him on Twitter. Make sure you go hit that like button on his show, even on our show. That would be great. And get us up to that daily 1K a day goal, please. The Roku short for $1 or 2 scalps look good here. Go for it. Hood, positive catalyst, low BTC trading fees. Robinhood, positive catalyst. Apparently that low BTC trading fees. Yeah, I guess so. Man, I'm still under the idea that how many people really do use Robinhood on trading end. I guess a lot of people still use it, but after everything that happened on AMC, GME, I think a lot of people pulled out of Robinhood. Obviously, Robinhood got destroyed from those levels on the stock market. Now trying to somehow recoup some of those destruction moves on Robinhood, obviously by creating extra trading hours during after hours for people, by also now apparently reducing the fees for BTC. So if that is exactly what it is, we'll see exactly how low can these fees get down to on cryptocurrencies for Bitcoin. Someone actually asked me what the exchange I use to trade. My exchange is actually Quadriga CX. For anyone who knows what that is, yeah, that's my exchange. I can't wait for my money to hit my bank account where I cashed out. But one day it will hit my bank account from Quadriga CX, and that day I'll tell you guys I told you so. But until then, all you non-believers can just keep on hating on me and the best company in the world, which is Quadriga CX. Tony, you're talking to some other Tony. I thought you were talking about our Tony for a second.
Yeah, I don't know, guys, if Tony should do a closing bell alone today, because literally, I feel like I'm killing Tony's vibe. Because Tony likes to dance. I am not dancing. After I did that floss on camera, I'm just not dancing. I'm sorry. But I also love seeing Tony to dance. So I don't know. Maybe I just leave all the shine for him, and he will go there solo, do what he does the best.
I'm gonna leave that up to you and the viewers, because obviously the viewers have a lot to say about who rings the bell and what goes on with that. So I don't want to anger the viewers. The viewers already hate me enough. So I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. You guys decide what you want to do with it, and I agree with every single decision you guys make forever. So I don't want to ever get on your bad side over there. Quadriga CX, yeah, exactly. Don't talk bad about my company, dude. Listen, my will get the cash out, and you will be the one who's missing out. Okay, you'll be the one who's missing out. Prad. Everyone call for Prad to ring the bell. Well, sadly, well, that will not happen because I'll be in trades during that time, so I will not be able to ring the bell for you guys. So it will have to be either Miss V or the beautiful Tony,
Right,
the
beautiful
beautiful Tony.
Tony.
We love you, Prad. I love you guys too, my friend. Which indicators do you use? I actually don't use any indicators beside VWAP and exponential moving averages. So as you can see on my screen right here, I got two exponential moving averages. One of them is 50, the other one is 100, and the red line over here is VWAP, so volume weighted average price, and that's basically the only indicators I use on my chart. I don't believe in RSIs and MACDs, but obviously if you do believe in those, they're great tools to make a decision off of. A lot of people use them on a daily basis to make a trade out of them. So at the end of the day, as Miss V mentioned not too long ago, it all comes down to you knowing what your setup is and you knowing how to use your indicators to help you make the best trade possible. If you can figure out how to do that, you're far ahead of the game and miles away from everybody. So just make a plan, make a system that works for you best, and do not deviate from that system. Do not deviate from the plan, because money is just an extra. It's a byproduct of doing good at what you're supposed to be doing. So following your rules, sticking to your rules is just a byproduct, and it does not matter. And this is actually a conversation that I'm having with Arun on a daily basis almost, where how does it matter about your P&L, which is profit and loss on that day on that trade? All you need to focus on, was it a good trade, was the setup good, and did you stick to your rules? And if you didn't do any of those, then if you win or lost, it doesn't matter. And so yeah, just focus on that. Focus on going from there. I'm actually talking to myself while I'm saying this out loud, and the man's actually in front of me right now putting some deal stick. He said that conversation sounds familiar. Yeah, exactly. The conversation is basically verbatim, just taken from our conversation into live right here. You don't have to dance. Oh, you're talking to Valeriia over there. Yeah, Valeriia.
Okay, thank you guys. If no pressure, I'll be there. I'll
Yeah.
be the company for Tony, because Tony also won't understand. I will go like, yo, go alone. I'm not doing this anymore.
He thinks he's gonna think like you hate him now, and he wants you.
Yeah,
want
but we call each other Bonnie and Clyde,
Bonnie and Clyde.
partner in crime. You know? Yeah, I will go there. But like I promise you guys, maybe tomorrow we'll do this. On Friday we'll kind of learn moves and synchronize, or how you say that, like I will do-
Synchronized swimmers.
No, like like dance, synchronize, maybe some TikTok dance, and we'll try do this. Even though I have some blog, but everything for you and Tony, guys.
Everything for the chat. Everything for the chat, baby. I like it. Can you sell autographed pics of Tony? I think that would be child pornography. I can't take pictures of a child and sell it on the internet. So no, I don't think I can do that. I'm sorry. Where we're going to do a two-step. I know you can do that. Miss V can actually dance, I believe. We've had this conversation before, and if you guys have seen her floss on the show apparently, so she's a pretty good dancer.
Yeah, just like the moment.
Have you-
Ringing the bell.
have you
have 2
trained before?
seconds. I was doing dancing, like hip hop dancing.
It felt like that. Oh,
But-
we talked about this on the show.
But again, like it's kind of not the right moment. You know, sometimes something
Yeah.
is not on the right moment. Not
Yeah.
on, like it's 3 seconds left. You need to ring the bell. Traders in here, no music, and I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
like, come on, guys.
Yeah. All right, Tony is not under 18. That's an unnecessary joke. Yo, listen, Tony might as well be under 18 with the way he acts and the conversations we have with Tony. Tony is a marvel for humankind. He's an absolute marvel for humankind. It's like, I thought I was sheltered all my life. I thought like I mean, I am sheltered. Don't get me wrong. I'm very sheltered. My parents are very scared about me going outside anywhere. My mom is just like always worried about something happening to her kids. My mom's so protective about that. So like I am very sheltered on that end. Don't get me wrong. But the what's going on in Microsoft over here? There's some size on Microsoft at 364 that is trying to, and now it moved up to 56, and it is basically either, they're taking the size, so they just actually took all the fills over there on Microsoft. Not sure what was going on. That was pretty weird. But yeah, coming back to the Tony topic, listen, I am sheltered, but I still know a little about little. But when talking to Tony, and you're just like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, have you not done anything outside of your house and video games? And you're just like, nah, I haven't. And I'm, all right. I know how that life is because I come from that life, but I've also lived a little bit. And I think Tony needs to do that. He's still a child in that state of mind. Prad has Indian parents, sheltered lives for us. Yeah, indeed. I mean, I'm not complaining about having a sheltered life. If I didn't have that sheltered life, I probably would have been in a completely different state of mind at this point. My I would have probably wouldn't even be alive. Let's be real. But that sheltered life has kept me where I am in this state right now. Being able to have this job, thankful to be in front of all you cute people, and even have an even cuter person to my right that I get to call a friend on a daily basis. So yeah, thank you for my parents for everything that they did for me. Do you guys ever get tired of talking? All the time. All the time. I just try to ramble sometimes because I also don't have anything to talk about. But do I get tired of talking? I actually go home sometimes on the way. I'm like, I don't want to hear anyone talk. I don't want to talk to anyone. I actually go home and mom goes, "What's wrong, son? Are you okay today?" And I go, please don't talk to me.
Right.
I don't want to talk.
That's it. Like, all good. Just can I please, right?
I just want. I don't. I'm tired.
Yeah, I have kind of the same but a little different issue. My English levels. Monday is awful. Tuesday better. Wednesday is really good. Then Thursday and Friday it's again go slower and lower. So I have just 2 days when I really kind of speak nice. And other days, I'm losing words, like sentences, and I think you catch that, guys. So that's my issue.
Yeah. You need noise-canceling headphones. Oh, no, I have noise-canceling headphones. I wasn't complaining about not having noise-canceling headphones. I was just talking about how tired we get over here after talking for so long and being live and everything. And even trading. Trading drains you out of your energy so much, and it just, puts your tank on E almost. So it's rough. It's rough out here. Twitter dips buying hits the tape. Twitter dips buying hitting the tape. So it looks like Twitter is still moving to the north side right now. Twitter is now above 47 still, but not the battle around 48 got pretty tired over there for Twitter. Looks like we're now pushing a little bit to the downside. Market's pretty much battling that level that we're at around what is this? Why did I not work out? ES/M22CM battling that level around 44.75, 44.80 areas. We'll see what happens here on the S&P 500. And on NASDAQ, we're below VWAP, and NASDAQ trying to see if we can stay positive or keep S&P 500 positive. But looks like NASDAQ getting rejected from VWAP is one of the reasons why S&P 500 is struggling at the moment over here on this end.
We've got a super chat from Goin Nanhavongsa. Prad, very honest and touching. Buy a burrito, my friend, lol. Thank you so much for your super chat. Indeed, we love Prad. And yes, today is National Burrito Day, so Prad. Hopefully you'll get one. And also, Bankroll says, I hope you guys know you guys do change lives doing this show. Absolutely, guys. Until you're here, until we see your support, until we see that we are helpful, entertaining, and our community can exist, we will be always here because we love you all. And it's so cool that we kind of started all of this, and now we have this.
Yeah, I mean, I always think that it's actually Neil and Sean and Brandon's who deserve all the thanks for us being here.
That's
but
true.
Realistically, it's thankful for you guys because without you guys, they wouldn't be there, and without them, we wouldn't be here. So it's a whole big ecosystem. We're a big family. So just a nice little family hug with every single one of you here, just hugging the camera over here with all my viewers and even Miss V. So yeah, we love all of you over there.
That's so sweet.
Life is not worth living without Miss V. That is 100% fact.
God. Who said that?
All right. No, Mom, I'm not okay. I just want Pepsi. What? Well, you better be joking about that Pepsi, brother, because it's all about Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola only. No Pepsi allowed, but any of my market mover families. You are not allowed to drink Pepsi in this family. All right. Market is tanking. Oh, nice. Awesome. I didn't even notice that. Thank you for mentioning. Yeah, NASDAQ is coming down lower. S&P 500 not really tanking, but it did come down a little bit. I didn't notice that. What is Microsoft doing then? Oh, awesome. Microsoft went back to 300. It is now going below 300. This is actually going to bring down the market. My shorts now flat on the day instead of being big red in the day. So this might just help me out on the short side or burn me one more time. Who knows? Apple now once again below 171 and trying to go down. Let's see if Apple can find a way to get back above 171, at which point the shorts once again burn me. But right now we're actually flat on the shorts, which means that if shorts start working and S&P 500 starts going back to the red territory, which it already is, but flat, it's flat/red. If S&P 500 can figure out to go back to below VWAP, it would be amazing for my shorts, obviously, and we can ride it all the way back to the lower day. Hopefully, that's my hope for the trade. That is. Prad, you have great, smart parents. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, thank you. I wish I showed them affection more, but there's a chance today for me to go do that. So thank you for saying that out loud for me. Hydration Nation, don't talk about sodas. Yeah, it's all about water. Hydration. It's all about water, which I'm actually choking right now. Well, for some reason.
I have mine. Evian.
Evian, nice.
It's not even opened.
Have you ever seen those advertisements for Evian?
With kids?
Yeah, with kids and roller skating and everything. They're pretty cool.
Not yet, but like I love Evian water, and I believe that water has different taste.
I agree with that. Yeah, different bottles, different companies have different tastes. Yeah, for sure.
Then real quick, we have a few questions on the chat. So Grip Power asking in terms of what test did they pass and if they can do this. So this is graduation test. You can take it only if you're in working with Day Trade the World and you pass this test before you're going live. Majority of the questions are like legal terms, so
it's compliance questions.
Yeah, compliance questions. Thank you. And also we have a new member, Yankin TX. Thank you so much. Welcome to the green side. We appreciate it all. I love to see so many names on the chat. So Yankin TX, I hope you're having a green day. And super chat from Fabiano Estavas, sending us this fun guy cheering up for something. Thank you guys. I love to see this activity on the chat and your support. And as 8 minutes left until the end of the show. It's honestly in your power to leave us without 1K likes, but we still have more than 100 likes to 1K. And if you could, please like this video.
More than 100, right? Oh, man.
Yeah, 150.
Yeah, a lot of likes needed. So let's do it. Only 10 minutes left. This actually might be the first day, though. Like, I'm not trying to guilt trip them.
Yeah.
This actually might be the first day in 4 or 5 months that we've not hit 1K. It's okay, though. You know, you can't win them all the time, but we would appreciate it if you guys can get it up to there for us. Prad, your thoughts on Uber? My thoughts on Uber are actually bullish because obviously we saw them incorporate the New York taxis, and they're thinking about incorporating San Francisco taxis, and I think they're going to soon eventually figure out how to do that in Toronto, and already in London, Ontario, not London, Ontario, in UK, they got a 30-month extension of their lease, or not lease, but their license. So I'm bullish on Uber. I know I take Uber at least once a day because of my traveling requirement conditions for how my buses line up for me to get home and everything. And I know Miss V takes either Ubers or Lyfts, but the point is, like, a lot of people do use their services. They're a very, very big service out there and very essential service, especially during COVID also, because, you know, they were delivering food while you were just able to sit at home. So I'm very bullish on Uber. Yeah, they're down 5% today. The market looks a little bad. Market looks weak. So that kind of hurts the Uber stock over here. They're down 5%. But at the right levels and at the right times, Uber is always a buy in my opinion. So and I'm going to stick with that, to be honest.
Prad Gary Jagodzinski joined our membership also. Thank you so much, Gary. I also welcome you to the trading family. Hope you're having a profitable day. And thank you, team. We appreciate so much. Love seeing more and more members, which means you're with us for a long time.
All right, so focusing on what's going on right now, we got about 5 minutes left over here. Markets trying to push down and also trying to push back up. Apple consolidating, MES slash M22CM. Apple consolidating near 171 or so. And Microsoft consolidating near 300. It's just getting a little boring over here, obviously, without a doubt. And let's see if eventually they can manage to do something exciting for us, exciting for me at least. That would be the downside to the red side. So Twitter, TWTR. If we go back to Twitter now, coming back to the downside, 47.50, trying to find support around 47.50 on Twitter. AMD, I'm guessing 102. Nice, still above 102 on AMD. Nvidia close to 240, not yet, but still around the same $2 differences, around 240 for AMD. And we already talked about Microsoft and Tesla. Sorry, Microsoft and Apple. Let's go check out Tesla real quick. Tesla is around 1035 at the moment. So Tesla also looking good, only down about 0.8% on Tesla. So market could very well go north from these levels, because clearly the biggest basket stocks in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq don't really want to go too far to the downside. We're only about an hour away from power hour, so maybe the power hour will give us some extra fun direction moves that we were waiting for pretty much all day.
Members come to defense the market movers and to get us more likes. Christina Neal, who is a member for 5 months, sent us a super chat. Not a super chat, but members chat. Smash the like button. Guys, I love seeing when you are asking... 1 second. When you are asking for likes and supporting us. We really love it.
Holy, market just ripped up over there. I might just have to get stopped out on my futures short. Market's ripping big time. Yeah, I have to just get stopped out over here versus this trade's done for sure. Let's watch what happens for a second here. Yeah, market's moving nasty right now. S&P 500 and okay, let's just get out of this one. S&P 500 moved up nasty, and Microsoft popped up on a nice little move from 300 to 301 instantly. Apple also popped up a nice 50 cents from 171 to 171.50 right there. So big move across the board for all stocks coming in. Looks like market's final direction is indeed going green. So S&P 500 now up 1.1%, and Nasdaq up flat on the day almost. We're only down 0.1% on the Nasdaq, but getting ready to go green because now Nasdaq also above VWAP, and most of these stocks, for example, Microsoft and Apple, getting ready to push. What is AMD doing? AMD now 103. Insane. What is Twitter doing? Twitter not really moving like the other stocks are, but obviously getting pushed by across the board from thanks to these tech stocks that just popped up out of nowhere. Now the question is, was this pop just a fake pop to high a day on S&P 500 and then we go back down, or is this the real pop that has substance behind it and we rip all the way up to the levels that we're thinking about, which is to 4,500. So 4,500 short will be a crazy short on MES if we or ES, whatever you're trading, if we do get to that point. DIA same pops. So Diamond, Dow Jones are apparently popping. It's rally time, says Mookie Wilson. So the rallies are indeed starting here. Looks like for anyone who's loaded up at the bottoms or bought any dips today, hold on to your shares over here, because market does seem to start going into the north direction, almost like Tiger Woods just hit a ball right now, and the ball is just taking off into the air and ripping it through the air. You can't even see it. The clouds are in your face, just covering everywhere that you're looking at. Only Only 2 minutes left, so let's go quickly take a look at maybe MULN today, which we haven't talked about at all. 62 million shares traded on MULN and down 7%, almost down at 10% at one point, or more than 10% at one point, now down 7%, and trading sideways around VWAP. Did make a nice little bump up not too long ago along with the overall market, and SBFM maybe, or MNTS. MNTS is also, I'm expecting some nice little move on MNTS. If not, then maybe we'll see what happens over here. No, MNTS coming back to the downside with the 420 bottom right now. Well, not bottom, but it's trying to trade around 420. We'll see what happens on this one. We got about 1 minute left, so this is where you guys get thrown into the closing show with the beautiful Neil, Sean, and Brandon, and the even more beautiful Miss V. So be ready for some good closing fun action with those guys, and obviously. We are not at 1K like I'm guessing.
No, we are not, guys. Today is the day we're not in 1K likes. Still like 50 more likes needed. We have 1 minute. If we get that 1K, we'll be very happy. But if we do not, that's absolutely fine. At least you were with us here. And I just hope you're having a profitable day. As Prad said, still 2 hours ahead. More trading opportunities are coming. Haroon's super excited for that, as Neil and Sean. And guys, please, if you don't want to like this video, make sure you like the closing show, because Neil doing fantastic show and job being Neil and Brandon at the same time.
Yeah, Nasdaq is moving up crazy right now. There's only a couple seconds left. Oh wow, we actually did it.
That's the fam. They did
We actually did it.
Wallah, you're the best.
I was just about
guys.
to just throw say paka paka and send them out. But yeah, thank you, and
We
paka
love
paka.
you. Paka paka.
Welcome to the afternoon show. The markets have made a bit of a rebound from some lows. We hit yesterday's bottoms. We're trying to come back off of those lows after 2 days worth of selling. Post those Fed minutes. Should be an interesting final 2 hours of the day with just a couple of days left in the trading week. Lots moving here, so I want to jump right into review what's going on with the sector board here. And it's been quite a divergence. You can tell right away. I mean,